Updating. Okay, we should be live. I will ping everybody.
OMG, EOB, we're live.
We're live. If you can hear us already, hello.
Hello, I don't know who I'm talking to. I should probably have the stream pulled up on the side that I can read chat possibly. Do a little chat reading.
Starting and sky time, I said. Okay. Okay, we should be good. We reload that.
Is there a way for me to be a little louder on the stream? I don't know. I feel like I sound a little quiet.
Yes.
Is it something that I would do, or is that something you would do?
Let me increase that and that. Okay, you should be louder now.
Okay. I'm not gonna check because I'm gonna wait like 5 seconds of that whole conversation, so I'm just gonna hope it's good enough.
Okay. I mean, when you talk on mine, it goes all the way to the like red zone, which means you should be pretty loud.
Okay.
But people can say if it's not. But yeah.
Yeah. Let's get cooking. Let's get cooking.
Let's do it. Welcome everybody to the power rankings for AFG season 7. We are starting off. Oh, I'm quiet as usual. Maybe I'll just have to inhale my mic. I'll just do that instead. We're starting off with Sky Division. There's an echo. Okay, hold on. That means I might have it open somewhere else. Okay, how's the echo now? Is there still echo? Okay, nice. No echo. Okay, we're good. All right, we are starting with Sky Division. I'm here with Baloo.
Hey, hello, my friends.
We are going to be doing Sky, and then Nami and Lunar will be doing Spear, and then all 4 of us will be doing Silver Division because we were all in Silver Division. All right, ready to get going?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We absolutely are.
All right, we are starting with number 16th. Oh, and I'll just say how we're doing this right now. We are averaging the score that I gave it, Blue gave it, and you guys gave it, and that will determine what rank you got. And then if it is tied, we have our good friend Taco, who also ranked all the teams, and he is the tiebreaker, which did come into play for a few of you. So the Taco ranking is...
And just so everyone here knows, yes, we are objectively correct about these, and you should feel bad if you don't agree with us. Just so you know, like there's like if you're low, there's actually no way for you to be good at this league, and you should leave. I'm obviously joking. This doesn't matter.
Yeah, we should also say that this is not a reflection of people's skill whatsoever. This is solely the team they drafted. If you're the best player of all time and we don't like your team, you might be 16th. So unlucky.
For real.
Yeah, we will get going here. First up is the Detroit Disasters at 16.
I love Gray.
Yeah. So his team was drafted by Sky Division instead of himself. Yes, he made some changes afterwards, but let's just say they weren't the best. We have both of us gave him the worst ranking, and the league gave him 13th, so not totally the worst here. Let me see what I had said about this team. Let's see. Not the best ground resist on this team. You're kind of dark weak. You don't really want to be tanking hits with Urshifu necessarily. We do have some pretty good speed. I'm not a big fan of Deoxys speed and Natdex due to Pursuit being legal in our league. You do have good hazards, and your removal is good. A really good priority on the team with Lycanroc. You got Urshifu, stuff like that. It's not too bad. I really do not like the Terra Captains, which are Lycanroc, Dusk, and Roserade. I feel like there's so many better Terra Captains.
Like for me, that was like the major thing. And Roserade just felt very like slapped on, and I feel like you could have just moved that points to like something else, or like I know you didn't. You got Porygon 2 without Terra, but like Porygon 2 with Terra is really good to the point where I'd maybe question just like, hey, maybe you don't need Terra on Lycanroc. You could like maybe make it Porygon and then have like a second good Terra captain or whatnot. But because of that, it just feels very, some things just feel very strange and like slapped on. But there are like good Pokemon on this team. It's just there does lack a very important defensive backbone as well. It's just kind of like Rotom and Slowbro are carrying out of their minds, and they have to teleport out to go into the to go to the mons that swing on things, which could work, but they just feel overwhelmed, at least for me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the team's not horrible, but it is last, unfortunately. All right, ready to go to the next one?
Yes, sir.
All right, at 15th overall, we have Brad Boy with the Side 7 Orbitals. I have it 14th, Blue at 15th. League rank is 11th. What do you feel about Brad's team?
So I guess like the main issues were for me was just like there was a lot of like type overlap, like double steel, double dark, double flying, and I feel like he could have just found like different utilities for those things. Like Terra Heatran is really good. I don't remember when he got Terra Heatran. It was very early. I just remember that much. But like I think his like second pick was Ferrothorn, and just seeing Ferrothorn get picked alongside Heatran was a little odd. Also, like his hazard move was not very good. It's basically just defog Lando, which is weird considering he has a really good hazard setter in Ferrothorn. So it's like, you know, oh, because Ferrothorn will love to set up hazard, you maybe get a spinner or something. And like, yes, I know that Hatterene's there, but like, there's Hatterene can only do so much. Point being, like, if someone knows you're always gonna go Hatterene on their hazard, they could definitely always play around that. So only having Hatterene as like a hazard deterrent, but you also have Lando as your defogger, so they're just constantly resetting. And plus, Lando as the defogger is never going to consistently hit defog because you're always going to want to life or earth power that job. So it's just, I feel like there's just a lot of strange decision when it comes to this team, and you could have just like swapped those things out for other aspects.
Yeah, I agree. The main issue that I have with the team is the hazard removal. I mean, Landorus is not wanting to click defog. This team really could have used a solid spinner, or at least a solid defogger, I guess. Spinner would be better, but yeah, the hazard removal.
Yeah, spinner would absolutely be better.
And
it's like the hazard removal. The hazard removal is just, it also just, like I said, it counteracts Ferrothorn really bad, which is just, if it was just spin, maybe we could rate it higher because it's like, oh, at least it's at least spin. But because it's defog on a mod that doesn't like having defog, it just feels so backwards.
Yeah. All right. We can go on to the next one. We have the Queen Bees Brigade, Rabombi's team, who I have at 15th, you have 14th, and the league has at 10th overall. So we still haven't found the league's lowest ones, but we'll see what they rank after.
Whenever I look at this team, I feel like sort of conflicted because I do kind of want to rate it higher, and I guess like looking at the other teams make me like, no, like this is a good place. But I personally feel very indecisive on this team because I like the first four, sort of, because I spoke with Neji about this, like Dark Rank Alade. I used those two last season. I just loved them, and obviously their most blatant weakness is just a fast fairy type, and so Rabombi made a good choice in picking Slowking and Corviknight to cover for that fast fairy type, but in retrospect, I don't think it was a good idea to have both of them. I feel like Corviknight was like the good one to have for that. Slowking, excuse me, I guess like it could have been Slowking or Corv. I don't think it should have been both. And as we go down the list, it's just like those two are like hyper offensive, and then the rest of the team is absurdly like slow and really defensive, and then just like there's a major gap between 110 and 85. That just means any mon that's like 90 and 95 can afford to have bulk at this point.
Yeah, my main issue is just that the team doesn't seem like it's going to do enough damage. You have the Darkrai and the Glade, and after that it really falls off. It's just a ton of bulk. I also feel like Cyclizar has like no purpose on this team because its main purpose is to rapid spin, and you already have a Corviknight, which is like one of the best defoggers, and you have Terra Colossal, which is really good at rapid spinning. So it just feels out of place. Yes, it gives you 120 speed, but Cyclizar is not very good offensively. So it's not like
also just like adding Cyclizar is just another ice weakness. And the team is very like ice. You know, it's very ice weak. And like, yes, you have a Colossal, but the Colossal kind of does want a Terra, which means Rotom becomes ice weak. It's pretty much like, you know, sometimes there are some mons that are so Terra pivotal that you have to Terra them, and Colossal feels like that Pokemon because it's like 4 times weak to ground and 4 times weak to water. Like, if you don't tear the Colossal, I'm not scared of it. So because that it's like eating away at the Rotom, I feel like you could have like if you had taken Corviknight or King, one of them, you could have then pivoted the point around to make it so you have an Ice Resist that isn't just absurdly relying on Colossal. And there's that whole, like you said, I just don't think, I think literally just swap out Cyclozar for something else.
Yeah.
If certain changes were made, I can imagine this team being really strong with like the first 3 basically. But unfortunately, it just doesn't feel like it perfectly clicks. But it is very bulky, and I can imagine it has good pivot, like Chili Reception and U-turn and Baton Pass and Volt Switch and U-turn. I said U-turn twice because there was 2 U-turn Pokemon, but in which case they let in Gallade and Darkrai, so I can imagine they could still punch holes in things. But like you said, probably very defensive, and so I feel like it's gonna struggle making those holes. But we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. I think just a couple changes on this team could make it go a lot further. All right, at 13th, we have the Alakazam Scooping Squad, who I have at 11th, you have at 10th, and the league rank has us a little bit lower at 15th.
Taco thinks it's 4.
Taco thinks it's unreal, apparently. I mean, my main gripe with the team, I mean, this doesn't necessarily bring it down at a rank, but in my head it does, is that you did not Terra your Chaladon on this rain team. You terra'd the Basculegion and the
Basculegion and Quagsire,
which is just fine, but Terra Chaladon is broken, and having on this team would make it a lot scarier to face. It just doesn't look like the most threatening rain team to me.
It's also like, it started out as very non-rain teamy, at least to me, like Lopunny, Clamora, Celesteela, and then just like hard pivots into super prioritizing rain, because you got like 1, 2, 3, 4 Pokemon. Well, Quagsire doesn't exactly rely on rain, but like you go like 3 to 4 Pokemon that are really rain reliant. Archrodon is still good without the rain, so I think you could have gone like Pelipper and Arch, and then just left it there, and then maybe make your Terra type like a low Terra point one. Like I think like Basculin could have been good, because Basculin is just like Basculin hits really hard in the rain too. But I understand why it's Basculegion. It's just like, again, as Neji said, Terra Arch I feel like could have been the perfect like mitigator between having a rain mode and not having a rain mode, because this team, it looks like it wants to have rain as like an on and off switch, but the way it's actually structured, it looks a lot more like it has to have rain, at least to me.
Yeah, they really pivoted heavy rain halfway through the draft, especially with like Terra Basculegion that wants to be in rain every single week. That's why Terra Arch could be better, because Terra Arch doesn't necessarily need to be in rain. And then you don't have to go rain that week. I mean, obviously it's good in rain, but you get the option. I do like a couple things with the team. I think I like the Grimmsnarl on this team, actually. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. Set up screens, maybe like have rain and then go Arch and just spam Electroshot. Holy moly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's about it for this team.
I would also say, my bad for like this last minute addition, but like it is also very just electric week. Like I know that there's a Quagsire and a Galvantula, but like it's a Galvantula that John's never consistently coming in, unless it boots. And Quagsire, I feel like it's since it's coming in, it's either it's the Terra or it's the Basculegion. And if Basculegion Terra, then like, oh, I know I'm gonna hit the Quagsire with the with the grass move. So there is like they do have like electric answers, but the electric answers feel very strong, and I feel like it's just gonna get mowed down by electric move. In which case, I'm sure like most rain teams can say that, but at least most rain teams have like Keela, Watchel, or Swampert to mitigate those damages, and this one just doesn't.
Mm-hmm. I do like that it has really good hazards on this team with like Glim and
Gamora,
webs with Galv, so that's pretty nice. It's not that bad, but I mean, clearly, me and Blue didn't rank as low as the league, but here it ends up.
I see the potential. I see the potential is the thing.
Yeah, not too bad. All right, at 12th we have Luminion, which I ranked at 12, Blue ranked at 13, and the league ranked it higher at 8th. Now, What did I say about this team?
Something I know we said was just like it's just like a 6 Pokemon team, basically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The main thing that bothered me with this team is that there are almost entirely physical attackers on this team. Like, I'm just gonna go max HP, max defense against you every week. All you have is a Goldango. Like, that's literally it.
Yeah, like most teams usually have like something that is really good against Goldango. And so every time I see Goldengo, I'm just gonna go into that, and everything else could just like, be max HP, max Fizz Def. This is, like I said, like a 6 Pokemon team basically. It's like it pretty much is either Arcanine or Weezing, like those two get swapped out every week. And so because of that, I just know everything that you're gonna do every week, and I feel like it's very easy to rep against and very easy to just win against.
Yeah, easy.
But unfortunately, those first 5 are still really strong. It's basically an OU team. So like I can shit talk it all I want, but it's I could say, oh, I could plan for these top 5, but then when it actually comes to planning for the top 5, like it's like, oh, what do I do?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, I like having another rocker that's not Great Tusk, because I don't like running rocks on Great Tusk all the time or being forced to do that. Like, yes, you can do it sometimes, but oftentimes you don't want to fit that on your move set. I mean, you have Golem, but that's not a Pokemon. That doesn't count as a rock center. I think there was one more thing. What was it? I can't remember, but yeah. Mainly the physical attack issue. Oh yeah,
I think it might have been speed.
Yeah,
because it literally just goes Roaring Moon, then Ogerpon, and then after that, like you only have to worry about realistically Roaring Moon speed, because with Ogerpon, it's always going to be 350. With the Roaring Moon, it could vary because of Booster, Dragon Dance, Adamant, etc., etc. Ogerpon is always 350. So because of that, like if you just get your 350 Mon, call it a day, and then everything between Ogerpon and Arcanine, you could just make it super bulky, because Great Tusk and Arcanine are usually very bulky. Same thing with Golden Go, unless there's the 1 week for Scarf, but the speed range is just extremely drastic.
Yeah, that's about it for this one. We can move on to 11th, which we have the Rumbling Titans, Yuki. Me and Blue ranked this kind of in the middle, 8 and 9. League had you at last at 5.5. I don't know why this one was last, but
wait, this team is
what's
your guys' damage with this team?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Dude, you guys know that there's a Terra Sandy Shocks on this team, right?
Yeah, it's
holy
not that
moly.
bad. I think there's a few things that could be changed. I don't know about the low kicks and the Cloyster and the Typhlosion on this team necessarily. I feel like those could be different things, but otherwise I feel like the team works pretty well together. You have some good speed at the top. I like the Terra Arboleva on this team. What was my main gripe? I think it was just kind of those few Pokemon I feel like didn't really have a role. You kind of have Cloyster as a spinner, I guess, but that's not really what it wants to do.
Yeah, like on the initial impression, I'm pretty sure before we talked, Neji had this team way higher, but then after we talked and you actually pointed out the Pokemon at the bottom, because I super honed in on the first 4, and I thought those were like a pretty solid, like, first 4. I thought they were strong. And then I was like, wait, why is Cloyster here? Why is Typhlosion here? And so on and so forth. It starts off really strong and then falls off near the end. But the first 4 are still really strong. Like that is a Terra Sandy Shocks, a Terra Ice, and a Tornadus with U-turn. And it is just that the only hazard move I believe is Tornadus. In which case, yes, Tornadus is a good hazard mover, but like there's that synergy of just like you're just hitting defog all the time. That's like your only way. So like Sandy Shocks might as well not even set up hazards, because if they set up one hazard on your end, oh, I got a defog now and reset all of Sandy Shock's progress.
Yeah, and Cloyster's not your guy to wrap.
Cloyster's not a real Pokemon. Cloyster's not a real Pokemon.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be a real Pokemon, but it's like
until you get Terra on it, and then it's very good and scary. The Terra Captains team are really, really nice. Sandy Shocks and Arboleva. You can either have a great offensive one or a great defensive one. So I like those options that you have. I just think a couple Pokemon could probably be changed around, and this team would be probably one of the best. All right.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Let's go.
On to 10th, we have the Lavender Town Lamps, who me and Blue have ranked lower than the league. The league has it at 5, and we
this is really funny.
12. Yeah, it's funny seeing these, like, compared to the Yuki one and now this.
Yuki, everyone hates. With Lavender, everyone loves. So
my main issue with this team is that you don't have many Pokemon that are able to pivot. It's literally just Landorus and Raikou, and I feel like this team is going to be hard to pilot because of that. It's not the biggest issue, but I do think it would be nice to have more Pokemon with like U-turn, Volt Switch, Flip Turn, etc. It just looks kind of clunky to me.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I also think. It's just like there's really no pivoting. You're just gonna have to hard read every single time, and like you also just have like Tapu Fini, and I know Tapu Fini is good, but I despise Tapu Fini as a Pokemon. I hate using it, and like the only reason I'm putting it out here is because with things like Raikou Scald, I love getting Raikou Scald burns, like just knowing it's there. But Tapu Fini is basically like you probably have to gamble if the terrain is up, and Tauros Paldea Blaze likes Intimidate Will-O-Wisp. Like that's something it could do, but now it can't do that because Tapu Fini's there. Or if Mega Venusaur Toxic, Sleep Powder, it just can't do that. And or also Glimmet, you have Glimmet, you can't T spikes that basic combo you can't do. I just really don't like Tapu Fini, but you know
Hmm.
I just hate that. I hate Tapu Fini.
Yeah, the team is also a bit slow. Like, besides Weavile, the next two Mons are like your two worst Pokemon besides Glimmet, which doesn't really count. So those aren't going to be coming to many games. So your team is fairly slow, I would say.
Yeah, it's like it has like really strong Pokemon in it. As in like you have a Terra Weavile, you have a Mega Venusaur, you have Terrapagos. So you still have strong Pokemon. It's just I imagine it's going to be difficult to manage those Pokemon.
Hmm. Yeah, I think the team has really strong pieces. So I still think the team is all right, but yeah.
Oh, so Armani just said in chat EQ is kind of scary. Yeah, that's something we forgot to mention.
Mhm.
But there's I guess there's a Lando for the EQs, but oh my god, Lando having to carry everything on its back for both pivoting and EQs. Damn, that Lando, I'm gonna see a Lando chopped in half by the end of the season, bro.
Yeah. All right, on to the next one. We have at 9th the Titletown Tyrantrums. I think this is Griggsy. I have it 10, you have it 7, League has it 12, so a little bit spread out here. Can't remember. I gotta find what I wrote about this one. I said, yeah, this team is very Rock and Ghost weak without Crook. The team is also very Ice weak. Iron Bundle is not something you want to be switching into like tank hits, and Lantern's kind of fake. Has a good mix of like physical and special attackers here, but also Skarmory is going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting defensively for this team. I feel like it has good pieces. I feel like the Charizard's a little random.
Yeah, that's like the major thing for me. Like you said, like the ice resist, the rock weaknesses. There's also just a ground weakness, and yes, I know that there's Skarm and there's Drifblim. Skarm generally Skarm loves taking the brunt of like all physical attacks, so knowing that it's also the centerpiece for all ground type attacks is another problem. Drifblim is also there, but I imagine Drifblim is more like the on and off bring you to have. And there's Iron Leaves that could take a ground move, but then that's your Terra, so congratulations, you just Terra'd, and now you can no longer take ground moves. Zard is just very strange because there's no you have a Serena as your spinner, and Serena's also not really that much of a real Pokemon. So you're basically just relying on Defog with Tapu Koko and Skarm and Drifblim. I believe Drifblim gets Defog, and so it's just like it's also removing your terrain. It's just not having the strongest rapid spinners on a terrain team sucks, especially for Zard.
Yeah, I agree. And you don't really want to run Defog on Skarmory because Skarmory is coming in and tanking hits for a lot of things. You don't really have time to defog, and also you kind of want to set hazards with it.
And I guess like the other like niche possibility that might happen is you pretty much have to like always be like on top of the Skarmory button whenever you're like fighting anyone with ground moves, and then they could also just like, oh, he's going Skarmory, electric terrain is up, my electric moves are stronger, and then Skarmory could get blown up because the electric terrain is up.
Mm-hmm.
That's like an anti-synergy kind of thing. In which case, I imagine most teams have that. Most electric terrain teams have that issue because they want a flying type. But like, maybe like Orlando could have been good. But I'm not saying you need Orlando. I'm just like pointing out that's an issue that could have possibly happened with Skarmory.
Yeah. Also, your type.
But I still like the aggression
Skarmory as well. So Skarmory is also your fairy resist and is your only one. It's just doing a lot.
Yeah, I didn't even notice the fairy thing. Yeah, Skarmory is like fighting fairies and grounds and any physical attackers. This is like Azalea's Lando. It's fighting for its life, for its jobs.
Yeah.
That's working overtime.
Luckily, Azalea has the Lando, but
yeah.
All right.
I do like the offense of this team. So that's why I ranked it so high. Because electric terrain, you click buttons and you win. Unfortunately, the other team might be able to click buttons more. So you'll have to see based on matchups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're bringing Coco, Leaves, Skarmory, Crook, Bundle to literally every game. and then +1. And Charizard being so many points feels a little bit weird, but yeah. It is what it is. Not too bad. We can move on to number 8. Halfway there, we have the Hulbury City Horses, which I have at 6. Blue is at 8. League at 14 is crazy. That's crazy hate. This team is really good, man.
I think I can understand it. I think I can understand it because even when we were talking, I was on like I was on like the verge of like, do I rank it like below 10 or do I rank it above 10? I think I was just in a silly goofy mood and put it at 8. So I can sort of understand.
Yeah. I really like the Terra captains on this team. Rhyperior and Mesprit are awesome Terra captains. Both could be offensive or defensive, which is nice. I guess the main gripe is your only hazard removal is, basically Cinderace. Yeah.
Yeah, basically like Cinderace and Clefairy Defog.
Which is fine, but you don't necessarily want to be core change every week, like core change boots. Yeah. It's a bit annoying, so I feel like some other solid removal could be good.
Yeah, someone might like you're gonna fight someone and they're gonna call you out that you're not gonna have court change, and that's gonna be the week you don't have court change, and it's gonna go awful. I think the main thing that like pushed this team down, I guess sometimes I look at this team and I'm like, damn, I really should have put it lower than 8. But like I like Kyurem and then I like and then I like Cinderace, and I really like Terra Rhyperior. Like the way I personally just like to have Kyurem is just like Kyurem can't break ice types 100% of the time. Like it can hit Earth power, but that that doesn't mean it will kill every single steel type. But like Cinderace could be the fire type for the steals, Rhyperior could be the ground type for the steals, and then he just randomly picked up Gengar in between those 3, and I was just like, why is Gengar here? And like honestly, just like the more I look into the team, just like, why is Gengar here? Like, I feel like you could just swap Gengar for like a different poison type, or not only just a different poison type, but also just a fighting type for that like middle point of just like the final thing to set Kyurem completely together and have Kyurem like swing things apart. I guess like Cinderace is like half a fighting type, if that's like you want to go with that logic, because it's a high jump get Protean. But my point still stands. I feel like Gengar is very strange. I feel like you could have given yourself just a better just an actual consistent poison type to use, because Gengar just gets one tapped, or like T-Spikes, Toxic, etc. Gengar is just kind of a special attacker, which is fine, but you could have swapped him maybe for like Zarude and Gengar could have been combined for like different points in different places, but that's just like the one really strange choice for me, at least.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also think Zarude could be something else. I do think you want another Ghost Resist, but I don't think Zarude's your guy necessarily. But yeah, overall, I think the team's pretty good. I like it.
Oh, so I didn't notice someone in the chat pointed like the double dark in Absol and Zarude is interesting.
Yeah, that's why I think Zarude could be something else. But I still think the team is really good. It has the Slowking Chili with Kyurem, which I do like a lot. Cinderace is good, and yeah, like I said, the Terra captains are awesome. So I feel like it's gonna be hard to prep for this team with the 2 Terra captains. All right,
for sure.
Next up, number 7 is Goat James Bleedle, who I have at 9. You have at 11. League has higher at 6.
My Taco's at 16. Ooh.
Damn.
Nuked by Taco. Anyways, before we get into this, I need to remind everybody to like and subscribe.
Very true.
Look, I see 2 likes on the stream, and one of them is me. So everyone else is being a bit of a hater right now. I'm reminding everybody to like and subscribe to Big Neji Boston. Anyways,
exactly. I put out so much content, guys. One stream every 4 months. Yeah, Bleedle's team. It's fine. It's good. I don't love that your ground resist is a Gliscor, and it is also your Terra captain, because you're going to Terra out of the ground immunity basically every week, or you're wasting 18 points of Terra captain usage. I think if you made this team Terra Iron Hands and regular Gliscor, it would be one of the best teams, but
yeah, I'd probably just like, okay, issue's done. Like I just put you like top 5 probably. Another issue I had was just like the random Audino. Like, at first I was like, oh, he has Audino because the obligatory normal type for Spectrier, but you are also the Spectrier team. Who are you scared of?
True. Yeah, we don't really need that. We don't need.
Yeah, you
We also have a
definitely.
Persian for like ghost resist.
Is this
which
like a
is fine.
9-team situation? No, those are 10 Pokemon. Yeah, you definitely could have just got rid of. I'm pretty sure those are 10 Pokemon, unless I'm like dyslexic, but for numbers.
Yeah, there's 10 guys here.
Yeah, just 10. So like you definitely could have just gotten rid of Audino. I don't see why Audino's here at all. Like, just move it somewhere else. Especially because you get like Audino, and then you get like Tangela and Persian Alola. Like you definitely could have just combined those 3 Pokemon and then just gotten like 2 separate ones, or like basically one actually good one and then one shitter one. So I don't see why those 3 are here.
Yeah.
But beyond that, this seems really ground weak. And the one thing that stops the ground weakness is also the Terra Pokemon. So the instant you Terra, I'm like, oh boy, I'm spamming my Choice Banded Earthquake, and I'm not getting punished for this.
Not at all. And it's not just that there's no ground resist. Like half your team is weak to ground too. It's not just there's no resist. Like it's a problem. And I think you'd be a lot better with the Terra and Iron Hands on this team. But
yeah, just swapping the Terra, honestly like changes so many things. You don't even have to like combine the 3 shitter Pokemon you have. Like literally just Terra Iron Hands. Okay, now I am officially afraid because that is also a Spectre right there. This team is still scary, but like it definitely has the very simple means of being scarier.
Yeah, that's kind of the only issue. I mean, at this point, the teams are all good. And there's not a ton of issues with them, so you kind of have to find the issues to make them lower. But I think we can move on to number 6. Let's see. The California Chanseys, Graduals team. We all ranked it pretty similarly, 2 7s, and you ranked it at 5.
Right.
Let's see.
I gotta refresh myself on this team because I actually don't really like. I don't think I have like any real issues to point out, honestly.
Yeah.
Like his Terras are Knuckle, Stackle, and Zorora, I think.
Yes.
Or were the Terras?
The
Yeah, like Knuckle Stackle is a good secondary Terra just because like, you know, it's there. So like people also have to pay attention to it, but they also could just be like it's a Knuckle Stackle, whatever. So it's like the good piece that's just like, you know, whatever 3 points that just like could really swing something around and is like an ankle biter basically. That's the best way to describe it. So I like the Knuckle Stackle Terra. You sound like you're just gonna say something.
Oh no, the only thing I have for this team that I wrote down is team didn't pass the vibe check, unfortunately.
Wait, I think this is the team we were talking about. Like you said, you like look at it and it looks bad, but then you actually like examine it, like it's good. I think is what you said, or maybe I'm thinking about a different team.
No, that's exactly what I said about this team. I don't know what it is. It's just something about this team that I look at it.
It's just like an ugly looking team.
It just doesn't look very good. But then like you have all the things that I look for in a team as well. But I think the 6 teams I ranked higher have better things and have better teams, unfortunately. But your team is good. I don't really have anything to gripe about. All the teams.
So I like this team a lot. I like this team a lot. This is, I suppose Neji just has. Neji's feeling negative aura from this for some reason. So
yeah. Unfortunately, it's more just a matter of I think there were 6 teams that I thought were better, and that's kind of the only thing I can say. There's not much.
Its aura could not match the others.
Not much you're missing, but yeah, I'm sorry. Well, we can move on to the next team. Next up to our top 5 is Kentucky Torracats. I have it 5, you have it 4. League rank is 9, a bit lower. Let's see.
I remember initially putting this at 1 because I saw Rillaboom, Ting-Lu, and Guiding Fire and was like, okay, that's all I need to see. It was cinema. I closed the dock. I was like, cinema. This is top 1. We're good.
I think the only thing I didn't like about this team, and when I say only, I mean only because everything else I like, is your speed. I don't like that Regieleki exists because it sucks. And then after that, your fastest Pokemon is Keldeo, which I think is a problem.
Yeah.
But you have really good Pokemon on your team. They work pretty well together. I mean, you have Rillaboom, slight anti-synergy with like Earthquakes, but also Ting-Lu likes the healing that it gets, so it's not really that bad.
Yeah. That was pretty like they're like very minor-ish things that like made me take it out from my first one to put to my 4th one because unlike the other teams, I can't really like point out the things that feel weird to me. So that like the fact that I could for this team is what made me put at fourth. But like there's a catching fire that Mon instills fear. I am afraid. So, but the speed, the allergy lucky, but everything else just looks really strong and really crazy.
High key, you just bring your
Also,
top 6
Terratelio.
Pokemon every week, and it's actually insane. Gouging, Tinglu, Rillaboom, Jirachi, Petra, and Keldeo. Just bring them every week. Easy.
Pretty much.
All right. We can move on to the next one. We do have 3 divisions to get through, but luckily we'll get a break pretty soon. Next up,
Freedom!
Kraken, who has surpassed his best ranking by a lot here. He is usually in our bottom 4 every time, and it's mostly because he doesn't draft speed. Kraken has made the 4th. We have me, I gave him 4, you gave him 6, League rank gave him 2, even better. I don't really have many bad things to say about this team. I think it's really good.
I think like the thing that I usually feel very conflicted about for the team is just like the Excadrill. Like I get that it doesn't make a T-Tar, but like if he really wanted to make the Excadrill feel like a consistent member of the team, he would just got regular T-Tar. At least that's how I feel. But Mega T-Tar himself is really good. It's just like, yes, I get that regular Excadrill has Sand Rush, but the Sand Rush is more a secondary factor. So putting a bunch of points into Excadrill to make that secondary factor try to mean something just rubs me the wrong way. Because I guess in retrospect, to me, if you're gonna bring Excadrill normally, it's just gonna be Mold Breaker Scarf, I imagine. But because Sand is here, I feel like you're gonna try to be like, oh, let me like Sand Rush my Excadrill, and then congratulations, your Sand only lasts for 5 turns, and you didn't pivot immediately into Excadrill, and now Excadrill is dead. But that's like pretty much the only thing I can harp on this team is that I don't mind Mega T-Tar alone. It's just trying to emphasize Mega T-Tar with an Excadrill. That's where it doesn't work for me. And also just the rest of the team not really having the types that would like appreciate the Sand. Like there's no like immediate ground type besides Excadrill. There's no steel type besides Excadrill, and there's no rock type besides Tyranitar himself. So all the mons, everyone is just getting chipped for no real reason. And then Excadrill is the only one that slightly benefits from this, and it's such a slight benefit that I feel like you could have just gotten a different Pokemon. And I suppose that makes me like I've been on a tangent for a minute, but just like everything else is just pretty solid. So maybe I could have ranked this lower. I don't know, but point being, Mega T-Tar is still good, and Dragapult is still good, and Layla is still good. So
I like the Excadrill on this team. Honestly, I feel like it has its role, and you don't necessarily need it to be like with T-Tar every week, but that's something that people have to prep for, which I think is quite nice. And I really like that they covered the ground weaknesses on this team with 2 like elite ground immune Pokemon.
Rotom and Moltres, bro. That's the kind of greed that they talk about in the Bible, dude. Having both of them, crazy work.
Yeah, I don't know why Taco has a problem with the Espeon. I think the Espeon is really good on this team. It gives you speed. Terra Psychic Expanding Force with the Lele is really good. Espeon is the same special attack set as Tapu Lele, and if you Terra it, it's literally doing more damage. So
dude, he was hating on the Espeon the same way Nami hated on Wally's Jolteon last season, bro. It was crazy. Yeah. However, we are not Nami. We will not hate on that one specific Pokemon, except for me when Tapu Lele. But that's besides the point.
Fair enough. But yeah, congrats to Kraken on having a great draft this time, at least in the opinion of the mods. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. You draft what you want to use, but you are 4th, so there we go. Right. Into the top 3 we go. We have
the big 3.
The big 3.
I know me.
The Wishing Star Jirachis at number 3. You and me both ranked them at 3. League had them at 4, so basically all the same. Taco had them at 3 as well. Yeah, just a really good top 3 team. My only thing I wrote about this team was that Swalot is your grounded poison, which I don't like. But otherwise, you have literally everything. Good defense, good offense, good hazards, good pivoting. Yeah, just really good.
Yeah, like this team is really good. It's just this competition is the top 2, and I feel like the top 2 teams just borderline on perfect. And this team, the issue is the Swalot. And I guess like to further add to that, I feel like a certain really good poison type could just mollywop this team. I know that there's a Registeel and an Ursaluna, so like they wouldn't one tap the Ursaluna or Registeel, obviously. But like if certain pieces are, I could imagine just a good poison type that could do damage because they don't really have much for poisons besides those two Pokemon, basically. And I guess you're not bringing Swallow, so like I could set up T-Spikes and then call it a day because you're not. There's no conceivable world where where you're looking me dead in the eyes and telling me I am bringing Swallow this week. It matters. There's no conceivable world where that interaction happens.
But we put Terra on it, so it matters. Trust.
Trust.
And then we have a Terra
it
Ursaluna.
over there Ursaluna.
When Terra Ursaluna is arguably like a top 3 Terra count on this board.
Bro, I swear, if I see you bring Terra Swallow one week and you lose, and I was like, how did I lose?
Ursaluna's
ball game,
sitting
dude, ball
right
game.
there.
But all I'm gonna do is respond to you saying ball game. If you're not asking what that means, I'm just gonna respond to you again saying ball game. But yeah, this seems really good. There's just really that one issue.
Yeah, it's really good. But as you were saying, the top 2 teams are basically perfect, and we will move on to them. Number 2, we have Daybreak Novas, Wally, who we have at 1, 2, and 3, and Taco also is at 2. I'll let you talk about it because you have it at number 1.
Same. I was really hoping the blue boost would emphasize, but I'm Latino, so my boosts don't matter as much as racism. But anyways, I really like this team. Like Garchomp is Garchomp, Mega Dancy's right there, Scizor covering for them. Like you're gonna get hit by Steel Move, you go Scizor. Or you go Talonflame. Talonflame is a good addition here. Quaquavel's really good. Gourgeist, like I feel like Gourgeist really underestimated. And then you have your Miltank as just your normal type Pokemon that could actually do stuff every few weeks, like Wish, but I'm pretty sure it gets Baton Pass, Body Slam, etc. Terra Uniqueless. I believe the Terras are Uniqueless and
Rotom.
Rotom. So yeah, the Terra Rotom, you could do a lot with that. Terra Uniqueless is really good. The Magic Guard, the Regenerator, you could just do a lot of things with it. I feel like this team is just going to be really strong. The speeches are really nice. Garchomp, it just feels like it has the proper support it needs.
Yeah.
Like if you set up hazards correctly, I could imagine this game like Quaquavel could sweep or Scizor could sweep, and Mega Diancie is a huge uber threat. But everything here feels like it has the nice amount of like bulk and offense it needs.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I think the team is very, very good, and the only reason it's not at number 1 for me is because I think there's one team that is actually perfect. And we can move on to it. We have Jujutsu Skysen, which is Central's team, which I have at 1, you have at 2. League is at 1. Taco is at 8. What the hell, man?
Wait, Taco? Wait. What was?
He had.
Wait,
Wally
didn't Taco put Wally's as 2?
Yep. And he
Damn, so Wally just got nuked by the league rank then.
Yeah, because Taco we were doing as the tiebreaker.
Yeah, damn, that's sad.
So his is relevant once we need a tiebreaker, but we didn't need it because our rankings, let's see, 1, 2, and 1, and then 2, 1, and 3. So. Yeah.
Right. Okay, I missed it. They Taco like went 8 and it still had no effect. That's kind of crazy.
Unlucky.
Oh, lucky. It's fine. The team is just really good.
Nothing wrong with this team. It has everything. It has all the good types. It has great speed. It has great mix of attacking. The Terra Captains with Buzzwole and Tauros are awesome. I think both could be brought and both are very scary. You have good removal. You have good hazards. Maybe I don't like that the only steel type you have is Deblade, but I don't think it's that big a deal. I think you cover the issue with everything else you have, and yeah, the team just looks I think I was saying yesterday this might be one of the best teams I've ever seen in AFG. It's crazy.
It is really good. I think like my only issue was not tearing the blade and doing Terratauros, but Terratauros would be more aggressive. But yeah, like it's such a non-statement for me to make because Terratauros is still good. So, but yeah, it's a really perfect team. He fucks with this heavy.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy team. It doesn't look like you had 110 points. It looks like you had like 125 points.
Also, maximum we have to support this team because it has the potential for the redemption arc for Central with Primarina there. So we have to give it a little AFG support, a little AFG aura. So we'll see what happens.
Very true. Also, one thing I want to point out with Wally's team is it is very satisfying to look at because he has one of every single type. Wait, here it is. One of every single type, which is kind of cool. Not that you need one of every type, but it just means he's covered everything pretty well. So
it adds to the aura. Adds to the aura.
Exactly.
So Wally technically out auras Central right now, but you know, there's a little more that goes into a team than aura.
Yeah, sadly. We should do the aura rankings next time. 16 teams based solely on aura. Sylveon team would win.
Nah, I'd win.
Here's the final tier list. If you missed anything, it is top left is first 4, then these 4, then these 4, these 4. Ending with
yes, our passion is graphic design. Yes, Neji's passion is graphic design.
This took me about 3 seconds. And it happened about 5 minutes before the stream started. And fun stats. We have best offense going to Armenia. We can go back and forth.
There's a Terra Ursaluna. You're not living. You are going to die.
You died. Yep.
Best defense, Queen Bee Brigade. Like we had talked about, like the core of the Glow King, Sylveon, Tasmatode, Regenerator, Cyclizar. Like that team's just fat.
Yep. Most approved draft is the Hulbury City Horses, who were dead last out of 20 teams in season 6 and made it up to top
like 6, I think.
6-ish. So great improvement on that draft.
Rare first mag good team. Let's go.
True.
Because decline in draft was side 7 Orbitals. I think Red went from like top 3 in purple div last season to just like, you know, like we put 15th.
Yeah. Then highest overall base stat total is Kentucky Toracats. Just the random fun stat. I can't remember what was on this team, but yeah, there you go. You won an award.
Pretty sure that was the one. I was the one with the gouging fire, Tingaloo, and stuff.
Yeah,
so
that's right. You get a cookie. Congrats.
My favorite team is Daybreak Novas. So absolutely not bias related or anything at all. The fact that they have a guard drop, but the fact that that's Wally. Hi, Wally. But I like the team a lot.
Yeah, it's really good. And obviously, I already talked about it. Central's team is my favorite team, and is number 1. And then most cultural, the guy who
we are
his team.
We are a league of the people. So obviously, the most cultural would be the people's team. Let's ignore the fact that Gray edited it because he disagreed with the people. But you know, we're a democracy, kind of. It's an emphasis on the kind of.
Definitely on kind of. And that does it for Sky Division. We are 1/3 of the way there, so if you want to keep watching, we got 2 more sets of teams or sets of divisions. I am going to check Discord. We're gonna hop into the other channel with the other 2 mods.
Except for me.
Okay, yeah, no worries. I'm just gonna hop in there and
it's their presentation
stream going, and then I'm gonna
right.
mute and dip. But I will see you for Silver Div later.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Hope you enjoyed me. I'll see you guys for Silver Div.
All right, I'm gonna join the other mods. Hello.
Yo.
Hello.
All right, we'll get your stream set up here. We are done with Sky, and next up
Taco's
is Spear.
messaging. Just do we let Taco on?
If you guys want to, go for it.
Lunar?
Yeah, fuck it, bro. Get him in here.
Yeah, cause I know Blue didn't want Taco on. That's why he was.
We're bringing him in for.
It's just for time purposes.
Yeah, you guys.
No, we'll bring him in for Spear, and then we're gonna kick him out when it's over.
Yeah, not with 5 people.
Yeah, no, but he can come on.
Let me
as a
drag
guest.
him in.
For Spear.
Taco should be in. Hello.
Yes.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hello.
You're a special guest for
Mickey.
Spear Division. We're gonna kick you out again for Silver because 5 people is gonna be a bit much.
All right. Hold
But
on.
you're welcome to join.
I'm gonna watch this. Guys, this might be scuffed on stream for a sec. Hold on.
Nami, check if the slides are updated.
Move this over. And
Spirited
then
Yeah.
updated.
I go
Yeah.
like this,
It-
and then I
check-
go like
check Clay's
this. Bada boom. I think it's working.
I don't know if I'm on stream yet. Am I on
Okay.
stream?
Yeah,
My
you're on
screen on
stream.
stream?
Yeah, you're in
Okay,
stream.
I don't want to spoil it.
Oh
so I
yeah, no,
can't
don't
check
spoil
now.
him. Don't spoil him.
I can't check it
Should
anymore.
be
It's okay.
working.
No, I think it's good. I think it's good.
I'm just gonna let the stream catch up so I can see if it's working.
And if it's not good, then
Did not work there, but then I fixed it. Okay, I think it looks good. Just wait till it catches up to the slideshow part. Okay. I will stay until you go to the first team, and then I'll dip to make sure it works.
okay.
And you
So,
guys can start
This
up.
is. We're on stream now.
Yep.
On
you're
air. Cool. So yeah, we're on to the Spear Division. So once again, a disclaimer that just because we rank your team bad or we rank your team good, it's nothing to do with the coach. It's merely just how we objectively see the teams.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that you are bad as a player. It just means that like we would prefer to play other teams.
Yeah.
But
It's
maybe you
really
like
just
maybe
making
you
it-
like your team, and that's good. That's a good thing.
Because remember, we're just random people on the internet.
So true.
Mhm. Are we ready to see who our number 16th is?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right, let's
we're
see.
ready.
Number 16 is
Oh,
Right,
never
Ben
let
Jam.
me.
with the Miami Knights. Almost a clean 15 sweep across the board. I'm the only real hater making it last. I don't see the vision of this team.
It's
this might
not
be
there for me.
5-dimensional, but I don't understand the team.
When I
there
see
is-
when I see Crobat and Zoroark and like I just don't believe those are real Pokemon that you're gonna bring.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got Perugly and Snorlax both being your kind of basic normal type, and then we also have Swampert and Manaphy just kind of existing as water types. And I
Yeah,
think that
like you
was
got a
little
little
bit too
rain
much.
thing going on, but like you got no
No
rain
rain.
tether.
Yeah.
And then we also have no grounded poison type. I saw, so I thought I took some points off.
yeah,
of that.
there's only a Crobat.
Yeah, that's tough.
The Steam removal is not great either, with only Thundurus and Crobat. So that's something.
Yeah, not my favorite, but you do got Iron Valiant, so
Yeah, Valiant's cooking.
maybe you'll do some great things, I'm sure.
Yeah. And we already saw a little bit of that aura with the Manaphy. I haven't actually watched the match myself, but I've heard great things about it.
I haven't watched it either.
Yeah,
It's for the weekend.
yeah. For me, it's a watch them all at the end.
But for the
Uh,
match that we did watch, so if you would go ahead and
Yeah. We're good to move on to the
Yeah.
next.
you go ahead.
Next,
We know
have
the people's champion of the week.
Sylveon.
We
Oh,
love
it's a
Sylveon.
first round Sylveon. Okay. I didn't
Yeah,
know
it was
that.
first round, bro. Number one pick.
Yeah, it was a very cultural move. But this team definitely has some issues, like steel types. Fairy types are kind of a problem. To put
Yeah,
lightly.
we have
100%.
3 ground types too, which is a ridiculous amount. And I personally, I don't like the Terra types on this team. Like
Well,
Capabla being
Sylveon-
a Terra Coupling doesn't seem very
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
And 2 EVs also seems pretty redundant.
Yeah, I feel like all of the faster Pokemon on this team are weak to priority by like sheer like coincidence. Like you're hitting a nice clean sucker punch on Latios. Shaman, it's getting hit with like like an ice shard to the face. You know that Excadrill, no Terra, it's getting Mach Punch or even like just tank that face value with Sand. And you do got Umbreon and Sylveon to act as support, which is actually not too bad. But honestly, the points are just spread too wide to kind of have enough power to close out those draft games.
I'd also like to point out this team's ice resist, or
Lack thereof.
lack thereof of one.
And no grounded
Yeah.
poison is also tough.
That's not great. They do have a Excadrill to spin it away though, on the bright side.
Not
But you
enough for me to
typically
put
don't
it
want to be
above
using
16.
Excadrill in that role, so.
Yeah, there's too many Pokemon, too many like overlapping roles and shenanigans.
Yeah, all right, we get to
But
move
you did Aura Farm, and we
Yes.
have to commend you.
Yeah, but no,
Good
culturally
culture,
this
good
team
culture.
is great.
The culture's amazing.
Yeah.
Can't wait for your next match.
Yeah. But on that note, we shall move on to number 14. Being Cleveland
What?
Cavaliers.
What?
Okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna have to have a discussion here, boy.
Dude, I mean, okay, this team kind of caters directly towards me. It has every
That's
one of my
Dave.
favorite guys. It's got the Dave first pick. Oh my god, yeah, I'd love to see it. But I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
I
think
think
a little biased.
okay, I think I'm a little biased, but I think this team is really easy to fix. So it has like three really good offensive strategies. We have like quick hazards on Ting Lu. We have the screens. We have the webs. So I think you just drop the Mega Latias for regular Latios and get rid of your Jellicent for something more aggressive, and then this team is really good, like extremely strong.
Yeah, you could be potential man right now, is what he's saying. Me personally, I think Primeape, Smeargle, Ninetales, they have like no business being on this team, but I could see greatness if some, few changes are made.
Yeah, Jellicent and Tentacle are a bit redundant with each other. They kind of are filling a very similar purpose.
Yeah,
I
like
believe in this team.
Jellicent's kind of fake.
I'm a heavy believer. I
Yeah.
would love to see this team succeed.
I'm not surprised. Any team is the Arcanine's Terra, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
Dave.
Dave first
Dave.
pick with Terra. Whew.
although there is no Terra Fire or Rock, I did notice that was a kind of a weird choice.
Dude, they want Dave to be a bird, right? Let him be.
All right, but this is still a solid team. This definitely has a lot of offense to it, but not our favorite.
Is Jolteon Terra?
Jolteon is Terra.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. We like
Yeah.
that. We like
No, if we had Jolteon no Terra, immediately 16th on my list.
that. For sure. But actually, yeah, pairing Arcanine with Jolteon as Terra captains, that's a pretty good choice, but it's not enough to sway me from the
Yeah.
other flaws.
Yeah,
I was kind of biased when rating this one. I won't lie.
but my
That's
ranking
okay.
also got lowered when I saw that there was a Tapu Fini on this team that got removed.
Oh, I like the Feeny.
Fini's cool, but putting on Ninetales does give it more offensive punch.
Yeah, for sure.
And stuff.
All right.
On that note, are we good to move on to the next team?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
All right,
Who is
next,
it? Mm,
Elisa Love
Mm.
Club.
I like the logo though.
Yeah, it's
Logo's
based.
fire.
Yeah.
I think, I had mixed feelings about this team. I saw Darkrai and Great Tusk and Scizor, and I was like, wow, that's outstanding. But then the way that the rest of the team is built around him, it kind of opens it up for more weaknesses. Like Terra Clefable, I feel like this team could have benefited more from like a top tier offensive 17-point Terra, or I just need a little bit more, and I feel like Terra Clefable is kind of a wasted opportunity for this team.
100% agree with that. I think Terra Clefable is not the premier Terra choice for this team. I also think this team needs a little bit more punch, which it does have some, but Clefable does not help that.
Yeah,
And also, the only
yeah,
ground resist is a Drift Bloom, which is
Yeah, I pointed that out too. I agree.
a decision.
So
Which
yeah,
is also Terra.
you only have one rocks resist, which is kind of tough, but you can spin them away pretty consistently with Tusk.
Because Tusk is coming
Um,
every match.
Yeah, I would also like to point out the ghost column in that we only have one resist, and that's Darkrai. So if this team ever runs into Spectrier, we're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, this is an auto loss to spec.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
But Arcanine is cool as well, so like David.
Love him.
I'm very curious about the Cradilly there.
Mhm.
I wonder what potential value it may have in the future.
Leech Seed Protect and cause someone to go crazy.
I mean, it's your second water resist to only slow growth,
Mm.
and that's also another problem. You don't have any actual water resist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
so there's
I've
just
seen
a
Cradilly
couple
go
columns
crazy.
that are
Slow
open
growth is
for you.
good.
Don't
Yeah.
sleep on Cordilla, it can go crazy, I've seen it.
I'm sleeping on it, but hey, I could be
Yeah.
proven wrong.
Like the team's kind of slow, and I feel like with Pokemon like Darkrai, I think it should be a faster play style than all these slower Pokemon, because you're open to all these types,
Mhm.
and it might be hard to balance.
Indeed, yeah. There's a lot of defensive mons, but there's a lot of weaknesses in the defenses.
Mhm.
But on that note, shall we move on to number 12?
Yep. Show him.
Number 12, we have the Sweeping Sectiles, All Grass Starter.
All grass starter.
The all green team. I must say, in terms of culture, this team is fire. I think it's quite incredible you managed to make a team that actually looks decent, considering the restrictions that you put upon yourself.
Wait, is this only green team with green shinies?
Yes.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
really all
it's-
green.
No, the shinies are green too.
Yeah.
God damn.
So like all the mons that aren't green will be green with shinies.
It's pretty it's like it's such culture that I was like completely overwhelmed when I saw this team. Like I saw it and I was like, wow, this is beautiful. This is exactly what AFG needed, honestly. We try a little too hard sometimes.
Yeah. We're a little too serious here, so we need a
too
little bit of
serious.
silliness to lighten the mood.
Yeah.
And I do like some of the picks too. I like Tornadus plus Sizer. Those are great pivot mons. I ran them last season, and they're both really, really strong. Mega Venusaur also is great. Love that mon. Like generally the team, it has a lot of, in my opinion, pretty good mons. Not the best synergies.
Yeah, the
between
synergy
team.
is kind of all over the place.
Yeah, but they're good mons, so I'm sure you can make something work with this. You have the pieces.
I would unfortunately like to draw your attention to the ice column, and we can only see that Caesar has that resist.
On the
Kinda
bright
tough.
side, it's coming to every match.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
hopefully you don't get chipped down too much, but
Yeah.
it can be super tough, especially pre-Mega Venusaur. I mean, you're another weakness, you know?
I mean, yeah, you got the sand, but there's not really anyone to capitalize off the sand. You have Stoutland as your abuser, but that's about it. And I think, yeah, it's just like it's a little bit odd just having Stoutland be the one person benefiting from sand.
But I think it's Terra.
Oh, that would make it better.
I'm pretty sure it's Sizer
It
and
is
Stoutland Terra.
normal Ghost Fairy Terra.
Ghost Fairy. I would have made the ground for that.
But
Just yeah.
but yeah, even with that normal stab, it's gonna hit pretty hard in the sand. So
Oh, 100%.
like 110 attack stats, no joke. So
Yeah, I'm just excited for the green lineup.
just give me 1 sec. I've been told to reset the slides. I'm gonna
Yep, I told them that.
see if I can go up, so that way it won't spoil anything, and then I'll refresh the page,
Oh yeah, that's smart. That's a smart move.
and then we'll go back in, and hopefully the changes that you're hoping to see will be there.
All right, keep it
Are
moving.
they not there, Lunar, or are they?
No, that's okay. Yeah,
Okay. We're good to
Are we
move on
good
to number
for-
11?
yeah. Let's go.
Next, we have Riceboar with the Klotsko guys.
Oh yes.
Yeah. This team is quite very much centered around Melmetal. It is
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
the central piece of this team, defensively and offensively.
So yeah, I'm really not a big fan of this one.
Yeah, that's
less than
okay.
The last one. So
It's
you
a
got
bit
no ghost
avant-garde.
type. You got no fairy type, and that is just, in my eyes, it's kind of wraps for your team at that point. Those are two very important types to pick up at some point. You're gonna not be able to spin block, or gonna not be able to take outrages that well.
Yeah, especially because the Keldeo could have been Terra Fairy, but opted for another Terra type. So there was, I think, no real Dragon Switch on the save except for sending in Melmetal, which is already kind of overworked.
Yeah, and I think just having the option of Trick Room is good, but it becomes a reliance on Trick Room, and you don't really want that to be a reliance because it becomes predictable. And outside of Trick Room, your team is a little bit underwhelming. And I think, honestly, I don't really like Gligar or Mandibuzz as draft Pokemon. I feel like
They were good.
they're
They
they're
get the
okay.
job done.
They get the job done for sure. But I feel like it could have been, I think you just gotta go one way or the other. And trying to have both Trick Room, like you have Mega Ampharos there, but Mega Ampharos, like, it's kind of a sitting duck without the Trick Room, right? And it would be very difficult to pilot for sure, in my opinion.
I agree. Especially if this team ever goes up against Spectrio, it's like, I don't know how this team actually handles it.
Yeah,
To me, it's like an auto lose to Spectrio. Because your only Shadow Ball resist loses the Draining Kiss, so.
Just like the other team. Are we good to move on?
But yeah, I think we're fine to move on to number 10. Which we have Tonbridge Tatsugiri, led by Biff.
The Biff team.
I really like the Terra captains of this team. I rank this team pretty high relative to all you guys. I think mostly because I feel like Terra Hydrapple and Terra Swallow are both just premier, like, mid-tier Terra captains. So it's
Oh,
gonna
for
be
sure.
really annoying to prep for. And I'm also just a sucker for that Landorus. Landorus is definitely quite good on this team as like a nice slow pivot. Get in your Hatterene, get in your bundle. But also has a lot of flaws, like don't look at the flying category.
Yeah,
But it's-
having no
do not
resist
take a
is
look.
really, really tough.
When Torn T pulls up, it's gonna be
Yeah, it's
not
gonna be a bad
good.
day.
When Mega Pidgeot pulls up, if it pulls up,
Mhm.
it's tough.
No one's
You just don't
drafted
take Mega
any different-
Pidgeot. I don't think anyone did.
Take Mega
No one
Pidgeot
drafted
for
it.
this team specifically, and it's Raps.
Yeah, this.
Yeah,
this
we're-
Pretty much.
We're really Rocks weak too, but I mean we have Hatterene, so that kind of mitigates it a little bit.
You also have Lando for defog, so
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a waste of a move slot on Landorus sometimes. Sometimes you
Yeah.
need those 4 moves, but you have it as an option.
Mhm.
And I've noticed that a lot of these this team has a lot of reliance on Cobalion, like one of your
Oh,
only dark
yeah.
resists, your only dragon resists, your only,
Only
rock,
rock
resist,
resist.
your only ice resist.
Like, can
One of your
Cobalion
last
really
ones?
handle all that pressure?
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
think Cobalion can do all of that.
I mean, they got Petrarun, which thankfully is just an excellent mon as well. But Cobalion, yeah, it's gonna be a long season.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, Cavalian, just hold the line, basically.
Yeah, and even when it does, I think Bundle is not like reliable enough to kind of offset that instability that the defensive core. Like, you're gonna be praying for Hydro Pumps every match, and it's not gonna be fun when it misses.
Also, Bundle, I found from experience, has trouble breaking teams, I find.
Oh
Doesn't
yeah,
fight
for
hard
sure.
enough. Almost every team will have an answer for Bundle, I found in my experience. So, but it's a nice clip turn bot as well. And it's good for speed, of course. It's so fast.
It's so fast.
But in that regard, any last comments, or shall we move on to number 9?
No, I think that's good.
Alright. 9th, we have the Rome Serpents, led by Alex Blader. Taco, would you like to talk about? You seem to really like this team. Would you like to?
Let me find it on my sheet here. Which one? This is Landorus. Okay. I mean, the only really big problems I thought was there's no ghost type, obviously. The 84 to 30 speed tier drop up. I've noticed it as a problem, but I didn't think it was a big deal.
It's not a big deal, in
And
my opinion.
you only have defog, and their priority is not amazing. It kind of exists. I think you have a sucker punch in there somewhere.
Mhm.
But other than that, I didn't see any big problems. So I wonder what you guys have to say.
I think defensively, this team has a lot of good picks, like Moltres, Ferrothorn, Slowking, Appleton, Tauros. Like defensively, this team is super solid. Like they'll have switches to basically every bond that you'd want. The main issue for me why I didn't make it super high, but I still think it's good, is there's not a lot of offense from this team.
Yeah, I
Like, you
agree.
really only have 3 offensive pieces: Lando, Mega Dancy, and Zero are the only 3 real offensive pieces, and that's my only issue with this team, is maybe a little bit more offense would be nice, but it has such a solid defensive backbone.
Yeah, I think what fails to convince me with this team is how they may play against like certain defensive cores. Like, I don't know if they have the breaking power or can even like afford to have that breaking power on their team. Like, having the offense be entirely centered on 2 mons, it may be a little bit rough if something unexpected happens to one of them.
Yeah, fair enough. I like it though.
It is a
That's
good
why
team.
we've been
It's solid.
convinced.
But on that note, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so number 8, we have the subpar spheres by Mr. Mega.
Let's see.
I did not like this team.
Yeah,
I'll be
What do you have to
honest.
say? What do you have to say?
Taco really like this.
Oh, Taka loved it. Okay.
Why don't you start us off there?
Yeah, I got you. So, Scalpede, Merchant. Merchant. Bug Poison, I don't even know what. Like, I don't think it's a real Pokemon. I'm not convinced. I feel like,
It's like-
Shaquille O'Neal. Like, I'm just hating on these mons that I've never seen used in draft.
But it's like
And
Blaziken
you just
at
can't
home.
do it for me. Pardon?
But it's Blaziken at home.
Blaziken
Oh.
at home, but Blaziken has, fighting coverage and is not a bug poison type. And, I think between that and other Pokemon like Decidueye, Hisui, and Vaporeon, like, it's just barbecue chicken. Honestly, I think there could have been better choices for those Pokemon. I can see myself kind of leaning more on the offense side for this team, just complete offense. Just having, I just don't like Vaporeon. I don't like Decidueye, Hisui. That mon is dead if like
But situation is
Augusta
only
Wind
4
comes this
points.
way. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure why.
But on the bright side, because someone drafted it, it will not be going to 3 next.
That's true.
It has
That's a
stopped at
shame.
4. It stopped its decline.
Yeah, the only things I have to say are there's no ghost type and there's not a great defensive core. It's mostly Vaporeon, and that's doing a lot of the defensive heavy
Bronzong
lifting.
too.
Yeah, but that doesn't really have the longevity that
Yeah.
it really needs.
I
But
just
yeah,
like Terra Sandy Shocks. I think that's
For
a
a
really,
fire-
really good one.
and for a fire, water, grass core, Decidueye Hisui is not really the guy you want to have as your offensive grass type. And it's kind of like an afterthought almost.
that
But
boy
other than
is cooked.
yeah, other than that, I like this team. I think it's
Yeah.
alright.
I think it's good. Yeah. And also Greninja is just a great mon. So
True, and Terapagos and
Uh-huh.
Gouging Fire.
Yeah, it's got some.
You know,
good,
you kind of convinced me.
it's got some
I
good
think those
pieces.
three will absolutely carry the
Yeah.
games. I'm here
Yeah,
for it. I'm here
don't
for
be
it.
like me harping on the Jolteon when there's an entire Gouging Power Greninja traffic goes on.
Yeah,
Learn from my mistakes.
it's gonna be an exciting season.
Mm-hmm. Excited! I'm so excited to watch all the Spear Division matches.
Oh, it's so peak. It's
Yeah.
so peak.
But on that note, we shall move on to number 7, which is the San Diego Sand Traps.
Ooh,
Taco,
yes.
you don't like this team. I'm surprised the league really likes this team.
This is the Meowscarada. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So, no ground type. I don't know how you guys could rate this anything above like 10. That's like such a liability to not have a ground type. It's crazy. Because you're just gonna get Volt switched on, you're gonna get Thunder Waved here and there, and it's gonna be rough out there. Your only removal is Defog, Staraptor, and Mortal Spin, both of which are kind of a waste
Yeah,
of
that was a
move
problem I
slot.
noticed in my analysis too.
And the only real bulk you have is Iron Hands and Uxie, and that's all your bulk. And everything else is just gonna get broken really fast. You have Meowscarada, Spectrier, and Inteleon. They're just gonna get bopped. They're not being able to switch into anything.
Don't forget about
Yeah.
Walrein. Walrein is a bulky boy.
Oh, I removed him
Oh,
from the
you
sheet.
love
when I was reading
Walrein.
the team.
Look at that. 110 HP, 90 defense, 90 special defense with that thick fat, you know?
But yeah,
Kind of
the
him.
biggest reason I don't like this team is the lack of ground type. It's a massive.
That is a
could
big
be
issue.
a huge issue. I
That
agree.
is a huge issue.
But when I envision building this team, I just see Glamora comes in, lays down all its shit. Uxie comes in, U-turns to a demon, maybe Spectre, maybe even Inteleon, maybe even Iron Hands, and they just go.
Mhm.
And I don't think you're doing much switching with this team, honestly. It's just like kind of like a half HO type of joint. And I think they should really lean into that, considering that their defensive weaknesses are there.
Offensively, this team is really, really scary. It has so many good pieces for attack. Like, I love that Meow and Iron Hands. Like, Terra Iron Hands is a monster. They can have that King Gambit endgame or Spectre endgame. You have to prep for both of them. So, Staraptor's a great breaker, and Inteleon's fast. So,
Oh yeah, and
offensively, this team is quite good. I think just the fairies will eat this team alive.
Yeah, it's tough.
But on that note, shall we move on?
Yep.
Yeah, I have a feeling people rank this 6th overall because if they looked at it offensively. It's scary. Probably why the league ranked it higher than we did.
Yeah, I love the HO component.
We have that blue aura.
Is this the blue only team?
It is, but not by design, which is actually insane.
Is Miltank shiny blue?
Yeah, bro.
And is
Check it out.
shiny Whimsicott also blue?
Yeah, bro. yeah. And Medicham.
That's insane.
I know.
I hope. Did these guys play each other?
They the next week.
Oh,
Dude, the color
that's gonna be
wars.
hype.
It's gonna be
Green
up on the
versus
big
blue.
screen. National TV. But yeah, this team is like so. I think it's impressive. I like it a lot. This is definitely like my style of draft.
But I know blue had quite a hand in making this team, so
Yeah, I did too. That's why I feel a little bit biased ranking it a little
Yeah.
high, but
Yeah.
I believe in it.
yeah. I know I got Iron Crown on the team, but I think it's and I also recruited the Whimsicott. But yeah, blue's there with the Weavile picks.
Yeah, you got
And-
the Weavile, you got the Iron Crown, got Needle Queen, which is like a beast in draft. Blastoise, another beast. Tapu Fini, which is surprisingly underrated when we talked about it.
Tapu Fini's
Mega
so good.
Medicam is like insane.
Well, at least I'm a Fini believer, unlike Blue. I heard
Blue-
in the stream Blue hating on.
I
Fini.
told him, bro.
Fini's so good.
I told him, I said, put a Tapu Fini on this team. And he was like, I don't use Tapu Fini. I don't like Tapu Fini. And then when everyone else on the mod team said to put Fini, hey, I'm just saying, bro.
It was just
It's gonna pay dividends,
insane that
trust us.
Tapu Fini was still on the board because it got dropped. It's such an easy round 2 or 3 pick.
I know.
Can I be a hater for a minute?
Yeah, go
Yes.
ahead.
So, this team, ridiculous offense. It is crazy. Nothing is going to wall this team. Nothing's going through. But that said, I don't think this team's walling anything. But
It's a Blastoise.
I think that's totally fine. But that makes me feel like Whimsicott and Miltank are a little bit out of place, and you should just
yeah.
you should just drop them and just say fuck. Or sorry, is just screw it and then just go like full offense. I'm not going to play defense mode, and I think that could be really fun.
Yeah,
but I
Miltank
don't
still
think-
gets the obligatory Spectre answer.
Yeah,
Does
I don't think
Whimsicott
it's
have Encore?
necessarily good.
Whimsicott's Encore.
Yeah, I think the Miltank and Whimsicott are like 1 week and done picks. When someone has like an insane like setup guy, or like when Spectre comes along eventually, they'll be there for sure.
Mhm.
I think even without those two, this team is is really good.
It was a really strong team considering that it was picked up after the draft, with a drop. They managed to make such a good team with what was left on the board.
I know. Oh,
On
the
that
logo
note-
is so nice too. Shout out to Blue.
Yeah, Blue the goat with all the art. made like at least 6 or 7 of the logos in the league, I think.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe more. On that note, shall we move on to number 5?
Yes, top 5. Here we go.
Top 5. See who. I don't remember who's left.
Me neither.
Uh,
It's like a surprise.
I'll be just as surprised as everyone else.
It's a mystery
Yeah.
box. Let's see it.
Number 5, we have the Avo
Ooh.
Companeros. Yes, I know how to read. How do you say that?
I feel like-
Compañero. I don't know. Is this
Oh,
Spanish?
because you're missing the
It's-
accent
it's
on the end,
Spanish.
though. Compañeros. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this team, like, it's so good. it's
Mhm.
so good. I love it
Yeah.
personally.
I don't know why you put
Blaming
it
it, I
as
put it 4, so that
Yeah.
should say something about
This
the other.
team's
I-
crazy.
Yeah. No, a funny story about me ranking this one. I forgot to put Urshifu down. So when I ranked this team the first time, I was like, wow, this team has like no offense. Nothing I'm scared of. 12th.
Your buddy forgot a Shifu single.
And then Taco pointed out that, hey, there's no Urshifu on the slides. I'm like, so there's not. Huh. And I looked going down and like, oh wait, I forgot to put Urshifu on. Oh, okay, this
Yeah, I mean, this team has like an insane offensive core.
Yeah.
Glasgow, passive offense, or Shifu, Goldango, like, good luck getting the hazards off that come
Yeah.
out of the Glasgow. And even it's supported by Tinkaton, which is
Yeah,
probably
great
the best utility mon that,
I
in
love
my
Tinkaton.
opinion.
I
You got
love
Rodom Heat, you got Kilowattrel for if they somehow kill Goldango and try to defog, Kilowattrel's there just to fuck you. And
Yeah.
it's not it's just so
My
good. It's
Christian
well
stream?
crafted.
Yes, Taco, you can curse on the stream. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not, it's not a
We just-
children's
we-
stream, so.
Yeah, we just didn't correct you just because we thought it was funny.
I didn't know. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen a green in the ground type column. That is completely ridiculous.
Yeah, you're right.
That has never happened before in the history.
And
of
there's 4
Pokemon.
immunities.
And the 4 real Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's not like you have a 1
That
point
is
flying type bird.
completely crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys don't vote this team as number 1. There's no problems. It has great synergy. It has insane resistances. It's pretty balanced. I don't know what's wrong with it.
It's just like nitpicks.
Of all
like,
of us, not Terra. That was
yeah,
my.
Arbolova, Azov's kind of fake. But aside from that, even then, like it's kind of insane.
Just Taco, would you like to talk about Terra Arbolova at all, or?
Nah, we don't have to talk
Okay.
about that.
Okay, yeah, but Arbolova with Terra is great.
It's awesome.
This also looks like my team from that season.
It kind of does actually.
I just associate Glasgow with you, Taco. So.
I know.
I
I had to
think
mock
we're
with
2
this
times,
guy,
guys.
bro. Painful.
It's okay. It's my turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
But on that note, so we see who's top 4.
Yeah.
And before we have Mutants Absolution.
Yep.
Yeah, this
Welcome
is just
the electric terrain.
this is just a good electric terrain team. I feel like I really like actually I know it's kind of odd to have a Hydreigon as the captain over something,
Yeah.
but I think defensively it fits in really nice with the electric terrain team. Like it's a good ground immunity, which is often an issue for electric terrain teams, but it can Terra Steel and hold the line. That's why you can use it to pivot around to get your threats in.
Yeah, and even with the kind of large ground weakness, you have Hydreigon there, you have Tangrowth, you have Iron Moth to help against the fairy type Pokemon that, the synergy is just great on this team. It's not the best electric terrain team I've seen this season,
good.
but it's pretty damn good.
And
And it has Ponyard. And
yeah, if you have
Ogerpon.
Ponyard, it's immediately up in my ranks. You have Ogerpon, so it's immediately up in Lunar's ranks.
Yeah, you got a sprinkle of culture there, I must say.
Anything to add about this, Taco?
I personally didn't put it higher because I don't like front-loaded teams, but I can't deny that it's still pretty good. So like I don't like having only 6 or 7 good options in a matchup. So like Rotom is generally not a really good option. Forget about Ponyard, just remove that from the sheet
Ponyard's
altogether.
amazing.
But that's generally why. That explains a lot more of my rankings. But yeah, it's good. I really have anything to say that you guys haven't already said.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
a
pretty
good luck
simple.
green team.
I like it.
On to number 3. I can't remember who's the top. I know who's the one. I don't remember who third is. We'll find out.
Yeah, it's a surprise.
I remember who first
It's
and
a
second
surprise for
are.
everyone.
Yes, who's third?
Oh!
Detroit River Rooms.
Hold on, let me see.
Okay,
this.
Taco.
Breaking
You,
11? Oh my
Taco, you
God,
are
bro.
a hater.
Oh, look at this. It's no ground type. Look at that. Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's why this
Okay.
team was third. I think for me,
That makes sense.
it has to run
Oh, yes.
Cavalry as
Yeah.
ground.
I would like to draw your attention to Blacephalon. So, I'm not sure why this guy's here. We have Dragapult, and Dragapult is a ghost type, and it's already a special attacking ghost type. And what's Dragapult's most common coverage that isn't Draco Meteor Shadow Ball? Oh, it's Flamethrower. Okay, now Blacephalon's kind of useless in my eyes. I don't see a world where it fulfills a niche on this team.
Well, it hits
And
way
it's-
harder than Dragapult.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
but
With Terrifier.
so do a lot of other things that aren't having that same exact coverage. And Blacephalon doesn't have any coverage. It's just Fire and Ghost.
And
I
Dark.
swear that boy got Energy Ball. Is that true, chat?
I don't think
No,
that
I don't
is.
think so. It has like
What?
no moves.
Yeah, it's pretty lacking in moves. I was able to wall it with Incineroar.
I remember I was able to
That's
wall it
so
with the Quacklevolt.
Yeah, it's really not. It's not all that. So I think it's kind of a waste of what is it, 14 points, and I think that holds it back too
Terra.
back.
It's Terra on this team.
Yeah, it holds
Yeah,
it too far
fire.
back. Oh,
I
is
think-
it? Okay.
Yeah, so let me start glazing. So I like this team a lot because it has Dragapult, it has Corviknight, it has Mega Gallade, which is, the streets say that Mega Glade's the GOAT. This league doesn't believe it, but in my heart and in Blue's heart, we know that that Mega Gallade is really that Pokemon. And combining it with the other best Pokemon of all time, Dragapult.
Samurott as well.
Oh, and Samuro Hisui, you can't forget about it. And it's just gonna be so overwhelming to prep against. And in addition, even the low cost, like Morgrem and like Vileplume is just an amazing bag pull in my and even has Savali just in case that someone has like a super exploitable type matchup. I cannot.
Ball
have
is
built a
probably going to
better
be
team.
ground like every single time for this team.
Yeah, probably, honestly, but like I wish I could just like this again. It would be great.
Yeah, no, this is a very solid team, especially because this team also was picked up like after the draft was done. I think the only thing that survived the purge was the Dragapult. Maybe the
Yeah.
Rotom Wash was still on the board. Like,
Probably
was-
Rotom Wash.
I'm assuming Rotom Wash was picked up already, but I hope so for the sake of Spew community that someone picked up Rotom Wash. Just a really solid team, in my opinion. I don't know
Disagree,
what
but
that talk-
agree to disagree. No
Yeah.
ground type, too big of a liability.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's okay. We all have
That's
our
why
own.
they're third.
Yeah, I wouldn't use this team, but you might. It is what it is.
You'll see the one where we all like unanimously agree. It's gonna
Yes,
be great.
I think we're all in agreement for the next two. I think. And so I know what I actually know which ones I like.
I don't
We have two
remember.
people left. We have Sus's Fire Team and Diamond and a 7-mon.
Oh, I know who I voted lower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Me and my
Who's
friend
number
Lily
2?
Peters.
It's Sus's team.
Some
I think
team-
this team is cracked though, especially for Spear Division. I feel like this Fire Team is going to demolish people.
Yeah, I kind of took a more like isolated approach when I was analyzing the team. I just like this is definitely a Sun team of all time, but I didn't feel it didn't feel right for me to put it above the other teams. I like having like options in my offense, and even with a Sun team like this, it feels kind of one note for me.
Also, this team has a Bisharp, so that's immediately like plus 100
Oh,
points in my
that's like-
book.
Chad, that's
That's
considered
so-
at number one. There's a
I mean,
Yeah,
Bishop is good.
If Bisharp
Bisharp
wasn't
was
there as
nice.
well, it might not be number one, but Bisharp's there, so it's number one. What can I say?
Yeah, the only reason I didn't do this team higher is because Donphan kind of does the same thing as a Torkoal in a lot of cases, so I don't see a case for you bringing it.
If they
you-
if they're spamming Volt Turn on your team.
Yeah, I mean, you could just get a different ground type to do it
Yeah.
better, but other than that, it's still good.
The streets are saying it has no defensive backbone. Brother, there ain't no switching happening with this team, bro. There ain't no
you don't need a
switching.
defensive background.
No
on Stone.
switching happening. There's just gonna be mon after mon after mon, bro.
Oh, and also, you have Executor, but you have Venusaur Terra, so I don't see a universe you're bringing Executor.
But
on
it's
any
2
game
points,
ever.
so
I mean, yeah, whatever,
it's
it's
just-
fine.
it's
For
just
2
small
points, it's
pill.
whatever.
yeah, it's 2 points. They had 2 points left. Might as well pick. some.
I didn't take off that many points for it. It's
Yeah.
more of the Donphan. It's kind of a
Yeah.
waste in my bias.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I still think it's good.
And League certainly agrees as well. But there's only one team left. I think we all know what it is. On to
I
number
don't.
1,
That's it.
Like,
with Diamond. Taco is a hater.
Let me see.
wow.
I know Taco, you just hate those. You hate those 7-mon teams.
I do.
but-
I do hate the 7 Pokemon teams. I
Uh-huh.
think it limits
you're
you
fire, man.
really, really hard during the team building phase. Let's see what I have to say about that. What's the first one? Garchomp. Yeah, Cacturn doesn't. Wait, this is not the Cacturn. What is this? Ah. Yeah, you have a big fairy weakness and Annihilate. I don't know why it's here. I'll be honest.
Get up those rocks. Final Gambit something.
Defiant.
Rage Fit. Rage Fist, you know.
This is my
Yeah.
take. I think Defiant
I did
is-
actually recommend another mon over Annihilate, but I was like, Annihilate is good too. I thought the crossbow would fit this.
Yeah, I think Defiant is like one of the best draft abilities that you can have on your team. Like when I get Defiant or competitive mon on my team, I just feel so like it just feels nice, you know. Like someone uses the fog,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you're Annihilate with like 100 base power Rage Fist is gonna
Yeah.
go crazy on you. And I think the defensive pressure of Garchomp and Annihilate and Primarina is just so insane. As well as in addition, the offensive pressure that Heatran, Mega Lopunny, and all these breakers and bullshit that is on this team. Like, good luck. Honestly, good luck.
But my take is that you have Lopunny Mega. So what's your opponent bringing into Lopunny Mega? It's probably going to be the same thing that you're bringing in to Annihilate. So I think it's a waste of points. It's not like a complete waste. It's still good. It's still going to have a little bit of a niche, but I think there's better Pokemon that you could put on this team.
Who would you bring into Mega Lopunny? Who's
I
the
don't
one?
know. Put in your like
There's
Dondozo
no,
or something.
there's no wall. That's scrappy.
Yeah, you could put in like a Dondozo or something. Some big
Oh,
boy.
yeah, that's true.
And like whatever
That's why I got
Dondozo
the
walling.
Zapdos, though.
Yeah, but that's not the point. Whatever Dondozo's walling for Lopunny, it's also going to be walling for Annihilate.
Annihilate.
So
Yeah, I can.
it's
see
kind
that.
of not really worth anything.
But they
in my
have
opinion.
different rules.
So that's why I have
like,
it at 9.
Like, because
Yeah,
Annihilate
slightly.
can be set up. Well, Lopunny's more of a breaker.
Yeah, sure, but I think you could have a different setup Pokemon. Is what I'm saying. So that's why I have it at 9 and not any higher.
But in that regard, I think we are now finished with Spear. Let's move on to our final rewards. Well, first, a look at the list from last time. And then, the fun stats. The best offensive team is the Sun team. Surprise!
Whoa! No way!
The Sun team is the best offense. Best defense, the Roam Serpents with that Flow King, Ferrothorn, Lunar, of course, really likes River
do.
Room, and I
It's
really
just
like
like-
Diamonds. I just like Diamonds team. It's great.
I really like the hyper offensive with 3 tanks Dave first pick team.
Yes.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
it's valid.
I love
Although
it.
they picked Dave first, I think the order was not right on those
No, they
slides.
didn't first round Dave.
Oh, what?
Really?
Okay, never mind.
What?
This person's a fraud.
did they? I
Game
can't
is
remember.
game. Game is game.
It's first on the team sheet. It might have gotten traded out. I don't know.
Neji moved it around a bit. I don't know if
Maybe.
it is.
It
or
was
not.
first on the sheet.
Yeah.
so
Oh,
that's-
it might have been a first round Dave. I can't remember.
yeah.
I am
Chat,
back.
does anyone
It was
know?
not. I moved it.
Ah,
What?
I
Told
had to
you.
move everything to make it
Damn.
work for the player sheet because otherwise I had to do a bunch of coding that I didn't feel like doing.
Never mind. This team stinks.
Yeah.
One person guaranteed to be
Just kidding.
disappointed. No, shut up.
I am disappointed. I would like to see a first pick Dave. But anyway, I'll head out so you guys can do the top tier rankings.
Yes, thank you.
nice having you, Taco.
Triple guess.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Bye bye.
I'll ping Blue. Let him know. Right. Let me know once you toggle it over from my screen to yours.
Okay. Can do. Not a sec.
Hello. It's gonna be really awkward if the stream picked that up.
They for sure
Good.
picked it up.
My bad. The stream picked it up. My bad.
How about that? Hold on. Working on it, chat.
Lock in.
Give me a sec. Almost. I will try not to spoil it, but it might be hard. Oh, actually, I have an idea not to spoil it. Hold on.
Let's get it. Let's do it.
Put a giant weirdo face on the left side of the
Let's
screen.
do it.
I'm just gonna move them. Do this over here.
Excuse me.
Silver. Okay. I shall move this over. Make sure. Okay. We're done with your Discord. We're good.
Mhm.
Okay, guys. You gotta close your eyes.
Dude.
Wait a second. How do I do this? I can't like full screen. Oh wait, I can just turn the screen off. Oh,
You already fucked it up. You already fucked it up. You already fucked it up.
No, no, no.
Oh, wait,
I'll
never mind,
just-
never mind,
I'll
never
just-
mind. Okay.
Hold on.
I just realized.
I'll just
I
turn it
realized.
all off. Oh no, there's another capture somewhere. What the hell? Oh, I'll go to my starting screen. Haha. Bada boom, starting screen. Idiots. All right.
It's cooking.
Okay, and now we go back to this one, I think. Oh, we did it. Big transition, guys. Bang. Now I gotta pull. Oh, that was an old one. We're good. How do I get YouTube back there? Oh no, but that was a different one.
You're going through it right now, bro.
There you go. You did it.
No, I cooked it. Wait, no, that was last season, I think. Regardless, guys, we're here. Woo!
Let me join the stream. Oh, wait.
Pretty sure that was last season's because we copied it over.
Alright, Neji,
Sure.
you gonna stream?
Oh, bro.
There you go. Neji?
You saw it? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think you saw it. I think it was last season.
No, he's being a shitter. He's being a
So
shitter.
locked in.
Okay, you guys ready? Are we just sending it? You're not taking a break?
Let's
Share
just go.
screen first,
Let's
bro.
just go. I want to just go.
All right, we're going. First up, I saw.
Bro, you're not
everything I
streaming
know
on Discord. You're not streaming on
Yeah,
Discord.
that's what.
Oh
Yeah, that's what
my
we want
God,
from you,
guys.
bro. We've been asking you the whole damn time.
I'm
Dude,
trying
I've
to
been
get
saying,
the
are you
stream ready, so
streaming
I thought you meant on the stream. I'm like, no kidding.
No, I
I'm
meant like
streaming.
on
You're good,
Discord
bro.
because then we're gonna say this and we're just not gonna know what you're talking about.
Okay, now you should see, right?
There you
Yes.
go.
We did it. Woo! Okay.
Yay!
Number 16 is Bingus Blast.
Ooh.
We all have him 16th, except
Except me.
except we got the subscription noise. Thanks to whoever that was. I don't know how to see who it was.
Well, plus
It was
$5.
Fant.
Congrats.
Let's go. Thanks, Fan.
Oh, Fant. Let's go.
And that was a YouTube sub, not a Twitch one. The YouTube sub don't get no money. Yeah. All right. I'll let you guys discuss. I gotta pull
This
something up.
team is spread out so far and wide, bro, that like I don't even know what's going on. Like, there's no clear vision that I can see. But you do have Darkrai. That is your saving grace. However, each and every other mon is so middling that it may be a little bit hard for you when you go up against the more front-loaded teams.
I don't even know where to start. I'll be honest with you, bros. Like
No grounded
this team is
poison.
no grounded poison. I guess that's a start. No grounded poison. Like the only threatening mon here is like Darkrai. Like I can imagine everyone else just gets like I mean I guess there's a Conkeldurr. Who are even like there are so many like mid tier mons here that I don't remember who the Terra
Yeah.
is.
Like when I saw Skeletors got drafted like round 3, I was like, oh, this guy's got a Terra Skeletors, right? And then no, Skeletors just there.
Uh-huh.
Like it's like it's probably the most defensive team I feel maybe like it's just like fan everywhere but it's not you're not hitting me bro that's the issue you're not
The only
touching me.
breaker there is on the team is Conkeldurr and
Yeah.
Darkrai.
I don't know this feels like a loaded conversation that I'm not ready to have.
There's lots to unpack, you know. That's what
There's lots
white
to
people say, right?
unpack, let's address the elephant in the room.
How about no flying resist? It's Ghost Week. No grounded poison. Our best physical attacker is a Conkeldurr.
Like dude
Well, Conkeldurr's good.
No,
You like
man,
Conk-
you
Dude, I
cannot
feel like-
say that Conk is going to be the best physical attacker on a team.
Dude, I legit
Yeah, but
feel
it's a
like
good mon.
Uh-huh.
I feel like you have to use all your
Fine.
FAs at like a random point and just like swap out like a few Pokemon and the team could be good because it's like strangely like has the I guess the pieces of a good team. It just also has the pieces of just like what are you doing here? So maybe if we just like swap some of the random mid tiers to like really good high tiers.
It's
It
just
could-
like the roles are so spread out in between
Yeah.
each individual Pokemon. Is that you need the role compression so
Yeah.
that it's
This
potent.
team is role expansion.
Role expansion.
Role expansion. We're just getting whatever we want. Yeah, this team's just getting whatever we want, I suppose. that the Monkey D. Grookey, the peak of all fiction
Peak
team,
logo.
peak logo, peak fiction reference, and yet team is 16th. It's a modern day tragedy.
All right. Enough said. We shall move on to Dankus Dad.
Dankus
who
Dad.
You know all about being at the bottom of the rankings.
Who could see this
15,
coming?
14, 16, 15, 14, 15. Unlucky. Bit tough. man.
Universal agreement, unfortunately.
Dude, I have never
Yeah.
seen worse speed on a team in my entire
Yeah.
life.
It's
What
so
are we
slow.
doing?
Yeah,
Our
I
fast
was
response
mainly
is
asking-
101, man.
Like, why I didn't make it 16? Because this team exists.
Yeah,
That's why
this,
I didn't make
this
the
team
16.
is very,
Because this team, I think, is
very
also
slow.
yeah. Like, what are you doing with this Lander as such a fastest Pokemon? I just could not get over that, and I had to rank this team 16th.
So like the
team
hazard,
is so
not just speed.
dependent
Not
on
just speed,
setup.
the hazard removal is also awful. Like it's Lando and then a rapid spin on Avalugg. Like
Which
that's
is
it.
Avalugg
not
Terra?
No Terra.
And it takes
Oh!
not
So
Terra
it just
Avalugg
can't
too.
come to a game.
Oh, that's even worse.
So it's literally only Landers.
Yeah, it is.
We'll talk. I'm sure Dankus will bring it. Dankus is odd with his picks, so I know Dankus will bring it.
True, he brought
See-
Red
you
Dice
see,
like 5 times.
We could. Dank is like the epitome of like the our rankings don't matter because I feel like every single season we put him at like
Nah,
some
I'd
awful
win.
range and then he just decides
True.
nah, I'd win. I mean, I don't think he's made playoffs very often after season 1. Well, no, he's in
He's about
playoffs.
50-50
I remember he was
playoffs.
like against playoffs like season 4, I think.
I think he's qualified for
playoffs like-
playoffs 3 times.
So you know, Dankus is on the cusp of like, fuck you, I do what I want. So we could dislike the team as much as you want and watch him decimate half the league all of a sudden, and we don't know how.
There's also no Ghost Resist except for Terra Pecharunt, which is another thing I wanted to say is compared to what is on the board and what got drafted in this division, Terra Pecharunt is not him. It's fine.
I feel like
Next year it comes through, bro. It's
not
gonna be
bad,
it's gonna be
it's like-
bloodshed.
but there were
Dude,
certainly
yeah.
better options.
We could have Terra the
Spectre.
Rillaboom on his team.
We could have done
Or
a lot
the
of
Avalugg.
things.
Could have done that. True. All I'm gonna say is you better pray to God you didn't get Smasher on your schedule, and if you did, you gotta pray to a different god to remove him.
We also just don't have a water type, which is I don't know.
That's kinda
I don't know if
scary.
I've ever seen that actually. I don't think I've ever seen a draft of the water type.
Such an important typing, I find.
hmm
Okay, next one.
Next one.
All right.
Keep it going.
Next up is Q Spots, who has won
Oh.
twice out of 3 seasons,
Yeah.
but somehow made a really bad team.
The Patrick
Like
Mahomes
last
of
season as
AFG.
well.
Patrick Mahomes of AFG. You know, Patrick Mahomes lost recently. You know, Q-Spot lost recently. All I'm saying is it lines up, dude. It lines up.
You know the sheer amount of hate we had to breed in order to like deny the 3P from this guy is outstanding.
Yeah.
But they're back.
So we don't have hazard removal. There's none.
Yeah.
There's a Hatterene that tries to
Hatterene.
block
But
it.
there's a Hatterene. There's a
That's not
Hatterene.
removal. It's more disrupting. So yeah, no removal is a bit tough. I won't lie. Also, your hazards are not very good in this team. You have
Garchomp.
Greninja and Garchomp. Yeah, but Mega Garchomp doesn't necessarily want to be the hazard bot.
Good though, you know.
Yeah,
It's Tank
But
Chomp
there's,
without
like-
it's not
Rocky Helmet.
horrible. I just wish it was something else.
Bro, like, there's like. It's even strange because I know there's a Roar and a Chomp, but I still just don't care enough, and I want to spam electric moves to kill
Like
your.
it's kind of auraless in a
It's
way.
weird. It's so weird. Like I know you have electric resist and neutralities, but I'm just like, I just for some reason don't feel scared enough. I still want to click electric type moves, bro. Because there's just that massive gap of Red and Celesteela. It's I don't know. It's very auralist. It's a crazy thing to say.
Weak to bug.
I don't-
Idiot.
How are you weak to bug? Well, I've never seen.
This is
I've
Celesteela,
never
so.
seen a team weak to bug in my life. It's so funny. Yeah.
Celesteela can hold the line
We're
though.
gonna be running
I
a lot
just-
of boots on this team.
Yeah. Also, like, Mega Chomp is just somebody wanted Garchomp to say the least.
And it's a lot of Pokemon that don't want to run boots. Like Muck wants to
Yeah.
be AV like almost every week or like half the week.
Zeraora doesn't want to run boots either, usually.
Yeah,
Needs the power.
but there are some good
This
things.
team
It
is
has
a
some
little
good,
unfortunate.
good offense, some good
Yeah.
defense, and that's about it.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, we'll see what happens, I suppose.
Yeah.
We can go to
I'm
next.
sure here's no one.
Next is the Paradox Knights, which is
Uh-huh.
Cypher.
Yes.
Okay. We have Lunar ranking them the highest by a fair
Yes.
amount, so you're starting.
Of course. See, when I see like Glimmet, okay.
Glimmet
when I
GG.
see like I think Sandy Shocks and Goldango could be pretty potent in these matches, and especially with Araquanid. Hopefully, it can pave the way for Shifu to just start cleaning up games as it does, and it has Latios, and I just think it's a good team, and he has Ogerpon. I like Ogerpon. Yep, that's all.
Yeah, Rotera.
I
Okay,
wish.
my issue with this team is that our Steel type and our Fairy type is Goldango at the same time with Terra, which I really do not like.
Right.
Obviously, it can't be the same type at the same time.
Of course.
So I feel like that leaves you with some defensive holes because those typings are quite important. Also, Ice-Q is just sitting there. Hi.
It's 2-point
Dude,
mon.
I was-
Why do you
I'm
I
not
was-
hating on him. I'm just saying hi.
Ice Cube is interesting. Definitely very interesting. And making a Terra very interesting.
Yeah, I want to build it in DD, but I don't know who's gonna benefit from the terrain because Ladio's saying because it's levitating.
Yeah, it's levitated.
So
We're a
And
little
it
bit
just
weak to
doesn't-
ground, I will say.
I was gonna say the speed is also. Well, it's like 110s and then 100. So like they kind of Golden Go Shifu. Golden Go Shifu is kind of scarf, like they kind of scarf things up. The speed isn't horrible, but I'm just acknowledging that it is just something I noticed.
All right. Next,
hmm
Tokyo Teddy Ursa's at 12, which is Kuma's team. We all have a very similar ranking, kind of bottom
Yeah.
5-ish
It's like
team.
it's
Bottom 6.
okay. It's like alright.
it's kind of like that other team
I don't know,
now.
this-
Like Crobat is your
I-
fastest mon, and it's not really reliable. Ogrefon Cornerstone is your second fastest, and that is holding an item force.
Whereas
It is
there's also no grounded. There's no technical grounded poison. Also, just to mention.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We
Yeah.
are kind of weak to dark and ground, or not? No, sorry, different team. Never mind.
Last team was dark.
We are weak to ground, and we are very, very weak to Stone Edge / Earthquake. Like extremely weak.
Crobat can beat him. Crobat's good. I've had good success with it.
You
Yeah.
also got swept by.
Unfortunately,
You
it
also
has
got.
to come to every game. So
Yeah, kind of has.
because either that or you're being quilled into every game. Because if you tear your Ogerpon, you're even more weak to ground.
Who are the Terras of this team again?
Ogerpon. So add another weakness to the ground column.
Right, yeah, because it gets
So,
rid of its. It gets rid of its.
Yeah,
thing.
get rid of the grass typing. But yeah, this team's not gonna have fun with ground types.
There's not like
Sure.
I feel like for this team, there's not like one particular issue. It's just kind of like underwhelming in comparison to like what it could have been / what's above it. So
I can't wait to bring my Iron Treads into this team.
I was already thinking about it, dude.
'Cause
But
I know
you spoiled it, dude. You spoiled it.
I'm bringing Iron Treads into this team. Oh no,
Spoiled the
you got me.
matchups.
I
Spoiled the matchup. Crazy work, man.
I like the priority on this team. There you go.
Sizer and
Bolt.
Beijing Bolt
Yeah.
and Ice Shard Donphan
Mhm.
and Quick Attack Rikini. You count that too, right?
Oh, true.
Yeah, for sure was counting that.
What?
Mhm.
Half my Rikinis have Quick Attack on them. So
It's true. I had
You
one
had
too.
you do because you're
you
what
run
else
looking
do you
into
need
the
besides
moves.
decreate, Bolt Strike, and U-turn, right?
Yeah, that's true.
pretty much, yeah.
Do the trick Quick Attack. So
hmm All right, next team, number 11, Smash.
Smaster.
Everyone
Gas,
except
bro.
Lunar did not like this team very much. Well, Blue
Yeah,
gave it
It's
an 8. That's
fire,
pretty
bro.
good.
It's fire. Trust the process.
Mhm.
See, you got
I like this team. I
Actrier.
like this team.
you got Buzzwole Terra. I love Terra Buzzwole. It got Roaring Moon, which I think is a little bit underrated in this league. In all honesty, Thunder Asterion, which is just an insane special breaker that you could have, and you got Glamora. I'm always a fan of the Glamora. So it even has Blastoise, which is probably one of the best water types on the board, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think the ability for him to go bulkier or hyper offense based on the matchup and with Spectrier is gonna be, pretty decisive in his matches.
I mean, like, to me, I like this team because there's a lot of synergy in like the primary threats. Like, Roaring Moon's gonna get hit by a fighting move. You can just go Buzzwole to tank it, or Spectre to like completely nullify it. Spectre's getting hit by a dark move. You go Roaring Moon or Buzzwole. Roaring Moon getting hit by a fairy move. You could just there's a Steelix at the bottom, I suppose, or Glamora, or I guess Magmortar too. But it's just I feel like the top four are like really strong together. Also, like Glamora with Roaring Moon and Spectrier, like just completely invalidates. They like the chip, so the instant like thing if you don't manage to get off Glamora's hazards, then Spectrier Roaring Moon can sweep you. So I feel like there's just a lot of good on this team. I feel like the only reason why it's 8th for me instead of high is literally just because other teams are stronger. But I do like this team, and I'm not seeing the vision of 12, 13, and 11 personally.
I rated it low because I feel like it has a lot of defensive holes. This team is weak to ground because Buzzwole is going to Terra. This team is weak to rock. This team is weak to ghost. This team is weak to dark because Buzzwole is going to Terra. Like, this team has a lot of defensive holes in my opinion, at least typing wise. It
I
has
don't
good
believe in Roaring
offense,
Moon.
but yeah, that's true. Me neither.
That was a big part of mine. There's other reasons, like as you mentioned, the defensive weaknesses I saw. It's like it looks like rock is just it's like you really big Steelix.
No.
Nah,
We are not
Buzzwole
bringing
got that
Steelix
job
'cause we're
covered
tearing
already, I
Buzzwole,
think.
man.
That is
We'll
probably the most
see soon.
horrifying thing,
You
the
guys will
Terra
see.
Buzzwole.
It has
Well,
to care
still
what
needs-
Buzzwole
Smash is gonna clutch up.
I believe in Smaster. I always believe in Smaster. See, that's the essence of faith. The essence of faith is not the truth. You're still believing in it, regardless of what happens. Somebody write that down.
No, he's gonna
Clip
promote into the Arceus division
Clip
where
it.
Pokemon and Blunder are.
Steelix is good. Yeah, I don't think so. But nice try. Alright, next is Crab, Pincurchin Commanders. We have some varied ranks. 10,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 12, 7th.
Yeah. The big thing holding this team back is I'm gonna click Volt Twitch on this team.
No ground.
And I'm gonna click it again. And then I'm gonna click it again.
Click it again. Then you're gonna click it again.
The Danny's
That's
gonna go
the big issue I have
crazy
with
on
this
this
team.
team, bro. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote, where is our ground type? Rutro. We are very weak to electric now, it turns out.
Yeah. That's gonna be a bit of an issue. But this team hits like a truck.
Yes.
Oh,
I
it
think that's
definitely hits.
that's
it
pretty
kinda-
much the main reason I put it at 7th. It's just like, psychic terrain.
Well, that's why I still
make
ranked it at 8th, because it has so much offense. It's
Yeah,
just
what I don't like about this team though is that it's so reliant on what the opponent is gonna prepare rather than what you can prepare. Like, I look at this team and I already know what each Pokemon is about. Like Hawlucha, yeah, of course it's gonna SD and it's gonna pop the Psychic Seed and Poltegeist. What's Poltegeist gonna do? Oh, Shell Smash, obviously. And it feels really one note. And Mega Alakazam, I watched Taco use that mon and did not impress me.
That's valid. But maybe like before I pick up Mega Gallade, everyone is Mega Gallade haters. Maybe this guy would make Mega Zam everyone would start believing Mega Zam again after the tragedy that was Taco's usage. So
Taco used to Mega Zam just kill all Mega Zam stocks.
And then drop
Taco
it
season was an
mid-season
insane aura
after
loss for
literally
Zam.
Yeah,
first
insane
round,
aura loss. In
First pick in round 1.
insane aura loss, but maybe Crab is the
Yeah, maybe
is
he'll
the
figure
aura
something out.
restorer.
Yeah,
Probably gonna vote my
usually
ass
restore
for
faith in
the color
Alakazam.
scheme shit.
We're moving back to
You know,
19.
his Terra Captains are disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm getting swept by one of
Really?
those. Yippee, Hawlucha and Poltegeist.
We almost let Cartana in.
Isn't
That would have
he
been
almost-
a little crazy.
Yeah.
Would have been sick work, but good thing we did not do that.
All right, number 9 is Zodiac. Lunar, once again.
Yes, dude. I have a lot of hot takes because
You
I
got the hot take.
I ordered these teams
just
when I was in
a joyous
class
person.
purely off vibes. But
That's
let me
fair.
just yap. So this team, this is when I think about an electric terrain team, the perfect electric terrain team, this is what shows up in my head. And bro, he literally has everything you can ask for. He has Bundle, he has Sneasler, he has Terra Iron Leaves, which is just fucking crazy in electric terrain. He has Moltres, I love Moltres. Has Gudra, and I think like good luck. Like, even though I was completely trashing on the psychic terrain team, I feel like this terrain team is just much more powerful and consistent, even though
And
it's
the
still
other
kind of
teams.
one note. Yeah,
I'm be honest, I didn't even know there was a Sneasler here.
yeah.
I think like it was like kind of like because Sneasler's tall, so I think that's switch between the graphics for me. So maybe I would maybe I might change my opinion. Maybe instead of 9, like I do 8 or 7. Now that I know there's a Sneasler, but like this team is absurdly aggressive as every average like terrain / weather team is because it just sets it up and gets going. Is this the one with Terravis? I think I'm thinking about like a different terrain team with Terravis on.
Oh, this one's Terra Iron Leaves.
Right. Oh, Razion. Iron Leaves, yeah. Right.
I remember the other Terra. It's not
Yeah.
super bad.
I think my
Terra-
only issue with the
Terra-
team is that like Crook, mostly Crook is doing a lot of heavy lifting. It feels.
I feel like it's Empoleon hold the line defensively for this team. But
Oh, the line!
that's how I feel about this team. But offensively, this team also is quite powerful. Especially
Yeah.
that
So like,
Iron Leaves is such a good breaker.
so the issues with teams are just like what you expect from an electric terrain team, but like Luna
Ground.
says, yeah,
Ground.
ground. Like Luna says, it is probably like what you can ultimately ask for like the best terrain team. I guess like we just don't like terrain very much, or at least
No, we
I don't
we
like.
never play these HO styles, so we just kind of have to watch them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
at least personally, I'm usually not a fan of like gameplay where it's just like set up rain and then watch as you click buttons because I just don't fucking like it. It feels very
It's
boring.
boring.
It's boring, yeah. But
Nah, it's fun.
you know,
I had a very similar team to this, another league with Coco and Bundle and Terra Leaves, and it was great. I think the team is good. I think it's kind of middle of the road for the drafts that we got, but I think it's good. I'm just a bit worried about your ground weakness because Leaves is not going to be a grass type as well, so we are very ground weak besides Moltres. And lots of ground types are going to predict you and click Stone Edge and one-shot you, and then you are really going to be ground weak.
Why couldn't you just be like
True.
Choity Berry and then get 2-hit KO'd instead?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
sure could be.
Or you get crit by the.
But they
increased
missed the Stone
crit
Edge
chance on
and then it's
Stone
not
Edge.
2-hit KO.
True, they missed the
Did you think
second
about
one
that?
actually.
Yeah,
You
they're
get
gonna miss the
rewarded
second
for the
one.
berry.
Yeah.
But you took entry hazards because you're Charty Berry and you died. Oops.
No, you fucked him away with Empoleon.
oops, all entry
So
hazards.
true.
Or do you fuck with
Alright.
Coco and remove your electric tree?
So true. Next up is Wagon. Rushmore Regirox. Blue, you have this the highest, so you go first.
I just, I saw Kirim and I kind of, you could just close it there. No, but I really like Kirim. I really like Torn and Slowbro. I would have preferred Slow King over Slowbro, but I'm pretty sure Wagon really just, Slow King got taken. I don't remember which team, but that's
No,
why I
he put it up
imagine.
to a public vote, and the public vote decided no.
Right.
No, bro.
Dude, I remember I was
I kind
picking
of heard
Slow
his
King.
team a bit.
I was
Slowbro would be a
picking
lot
Slow
better.
King. I was doing public vote. I was like, bro, pick Slow King, and then he did pick Slow King. Right, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
But
his team would be better with Slowking.
because I'm a huge Torn Kirim / Slow brother family believer. Mega T-Tar is also like seeing the. I'm not a Mega T-Tar fan, but like
Not
Wagon
either.
Wagon being able to explain like why he picked Mega T-Tar to me is like okay, I could begin to believe. I'm a believer. I'm
This is
a fake.
another Stoutland abuser team, which is
Yes,
kind
but
of
no
interesting
Terra.
that we have two.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Tunic-
there's like the Regenerators don't really care about sand. Klefki doesn't care about sand. Nidoking is super offensive, doesn't care about sand. Like there's like very and what's his face? Delmai is Terra Ground or Terra Steel. So like either way, it doesn't care about sand. And the only one that might care about sand is like Kirim, but like
Slowbro.
eh.
My
Oh,
Slowbro
Slowbro's
got
regenerate.
2-hit KO because of Sandship during the mocks with Neji.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, the mocks are
That's okay.
a lot better than the actual game, but don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But I played horribly in mocks. So yeah,
Yeah,
not
played
but
horribly
I
in the
just
game.
I could just see a lot of potential with this team. So I'm a big Kirim believer. Whenever I see Kirim, I'm like, oh, let's lock in and really criticize the team. But I can believe. I'm a believer.
Yeah, Torn is a great mon with QM, so
This is one of the ones for me that just randomly doesn't pass the eye test.
Mhm.
It kind of feels like a bunch of guys. I feel like
It does feel
Terra
like a bunch of
King
guys.
was maybe not the best choice with what we had available.
He is now Stella, which I actually think is better than Poison.
Oh yeah, that is a change you made. Yeah,
But we ranked you with Poison. So
Yeah, too late.
yeah, I like Stellar.
too late.
I like
Stellar is
quite a
much
bit.
better because it's a coverage machine. So
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. I think Terra Delmise is pretty cool.
it's a good
Has a
bomb.
lot of good moves.
Mhm.
T-Tar feels a bit random, but you know, he's a guy.
Yeah.
He has his purpose.
Pursuit Trap.
Oh, you dude, I know I'm like a T-Tar believer because I will never get over like when I fought Kraken who had a Mega T-Tar and I just substitute Drain Punch that John and watch as like 75% of its health went away when I used the muck on it. Like, I'm just not a believer, but you know, this time I believe. I'll choose to believe.
Mhm.
I'll see it when I believe it.
I might believe it after I got smoked.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a Neji's game so far. It seems like it's showing. You know, there's some
That
proof
might have been
already.
me playing bad compared to the team being amazing, but you know, also Wagon playing well.
Wagon, dude, he's a dog for sure.
he is
I do believe
quite
that he has like what it takes to pilot this team.
Yeah, no, he could probably pilot any team. All right, number 7 is.
still love that.
I know that guy. I know
Oh,
that
okay.
guy.
And you have yourself a number 7. There you
Ooh,
go.
that's
I have it
funny.
7 as
Hey.
well. Blue is
I'm around
later.
7. Next is basically 7.
Yeah, I don't really see anything wrong with this team. Really, it seemed pretty good. I think the only thing was I didn't like that your fastest spawns were kind of your shitters.
Talonflame is not a
It's true.
shitter. Talonflame
It's
is
a
good.
shitter.
You love Talonflame though. And the Dene, 1 point. Look at
I
that.
Dene
like
is
I feel like the Dene might have just been maybe just because I used Togedemaru recently and I'm a Togedemaru believer, but I feel like the Dene should be Togedemaru. I don't know.
Toga, you
The
think I
Dene's
should have
1
put
point.
Togedemaru over the Dene?
But I just dude, they're basically like the same Pokemon. They're basically
Oh,
like the
the
same.
Dene is so much cooler and has Super Fang and U-turn.
Also, it's 1 point.
And it's 1 point. Yeah, that's also true.
But I mean I just don't. The only reason why I put this 10 is just like it's Terra Garganacl. I feel like you could just use your Terra points for something else that is like way more consistently good.
So, trust me, I would have loved to have a Thunderous Therian as my, or Thunderous Incarnate as my Terra, but you know,
Yeah,
We
there's a
can
little
make
bit of
some
an
trades.
interception on the past.
like this team is
Lunar,
good.
we
It
can make
does
some
have
trades if you want it.
No, it's okay. I like my Garganacl.
This team
It'd be
could,
great
this,
time.
team, this team is good. It has the tools to be good. It's just like I feel like there's like a major sunk cost in Terra Garganacl, and that I just can't. In morally good conscience, I can't improve it.
No, this team's definitely not for everyone.
Right.
But it has that aura from your season 1 team.
It's a season
But-
1 aura. You'll
It
see
does-
soon. Hopefully,
Yes, it does have
hopefully I
the
don't play like
aura.
shit. So,
Hopefully, you don't play your quarterfinals match at like 2 a.m. Pacific time.
oh yeah, and
Dude, I could sense the Sarai Sylveon aura before we even got to the slide, bro. That's how much it is.
this ain't all grass starter, bro.
All right. On to number 6 is the Soul Shinxes. We all ranked fairly high.
Except Lunar. We're
I
still
liked
pretty
it.
good. 8
I
is still
put it
pretty
at 8. If I put you at like a 10 and above, it means I like the team. There is I a lot of the teams in this draft, like I could definitely see myself piloting. And this team passed the vibe check for me. I mean, it
good. Team
has
absolutely
Cinderace,
passed the vibe check.
it has Mega
Right.
Diancie, which I love, and it has Tinkaton, which is another great mon. Iron Hands, banger. You know, a few questionable decisions like Drapion. I have no idea what
Drapion
that mon can do.
Drapion's good.
Is it?
Drapion
What
is
do
good,
you-
absolutely. Bro, you got
What do you
knockoff,
think?
you got good physical defense, got
Push
sniper
your
for increased crit rate, I believe. Or is
Okay,
it battle
I think
armor?
it is.
I think it is. But
Yeah.
be like knockoff, poison jab, T spikes is really good offensive plus defense. Like
Has Earthquake
it's
too as
just
well.
good. It's just
Oh,
good.
okay,
bro.
I see it. I see it now.
Also, it's
Makes
Terra Iron Hands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think that you just
Demon.
you just write that down, Terra Iron Hands, and then close the book. Like I don't think there's much more conversation to be
demon.
had.
Yeah. You know,
Like
I
Terra
saw
Iron Hands, a demon. You got Cinderace, you got Latias, you got the demons on this team. Like I think it's just a really good team. Like
yeah, I just saw a bunch of mons I like, and like, yeah, this team is good. Like I love Cinderace and I love Iron
should rank
Hands.
this. I should rank this team higher. There's another team I should have ranked higher. You're gonna see it soon.
Yeah, we're gonna roast you about that one.
Like,
It'll
like
be
the
very
only,
obvious.
I guess the only issue could be just like the presence of hazards, but like you have a Cinderace for court change and then Latias for defog maybe, and then technically a Kamala for rapid spin.
And also
like-
Mega Bounce, like Magic Bounce to answer.
Latias
Oh,
gets
right,
defog,
Mega
I
Knight
didn't
does
know
have.
that.
I mean, yeah, the Latias get defugged.
Yeah. No
So
shot
like, I
click
guess
now.
that's like, if that's like the only thing, if that's like something I wanted to point out, that'd be the only thing. But like, everything else is a really good, really aggressive team, really fast team, really strong team. I feel like that's just pretty much just going to be the consistent thing as we enter the top 5. It's just like everything is good here. What else is there for us to say?
Pretty much.
It's like one small thing.
I'd like to point out that both me and Neji have not shown up yet.
Classic.
Ooh,
What do they know?
Obama medal time.
Obama medal time.
Let's see. Into the top 5. Oh, we're still alive.
Infinite.
We have Infinite, which Lunar and Taco have at
Oh, yeah.
the best team.
So when you think about my team and you see how annoying it is with the Terra Garganackle, well now there's like this is like twice as annoying, and I'm here for it. This is absolutely like the type of team I would build. You got Gliscor, Terra Gliscor, which is completely fucked up. I can't believe that he would choose to do that to us. He got, Jirachi, which is like good utility, but also is kind of hacksy overall. He has Mega Lopunny, which is, a pretty good mon in my opinion. And even then, he still has Rotom Heat, which is a classic utility mon. He has Enamorus, which is a really good fairy type in my opinion. And Brambleghast, and even Toxapex for if he wants a wall. It is what it is.
I
Yeah,
like this
I think this team's just good.
Yeah.
I like this team.
I think there's a couple Pokemon on here that are maybe on Fraud Watch, but don't worry about it.
Okay, we don't talk about Guzzlord, okay? We don't.
Well, he
Isn't
doesn't count.
Guzzlord-
He's just straight bad, but
Is it Guzzlord to Terra?
with Terra, maybe.
The second Terra? I think it's just the second
better
I
Terra.
be.
This
haven't
one's
seen it. I
alive.
think it's really good.
Yeah.
It looks
My only
annoying
issue with
as
this team
hell.
is I hate Enamorus. That's literally
Me
why I
too.
ranked
That
it
is
not as
literally
high as.
dude.
Same.
I mean, like my issue with the team is just I don't like Enam, and like being Glasgow and Toxapex together makes me think you're like
Taco.
the reincarnation of the Axis powers.
I can see why Taco ranked as number 1. 'Cause he
Yeah,
No,
like-
this is literally the Taco team.
yeah.
It has
Yeah, it's literally
Jirachi
the
and
Taco team.
Gliscor.
hmm
But it just feels like I just don't like those kind of Pokemon or too useless kind of Pokemon. So I can't morally, as a draft league player, I cannot morally put this team any higher.
Can't stand with it.
Yes.
All right, 4 left.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh,
It's me.
didn't
It's a
make
blue.
it.
It's all Blue's fault.
Literally,
Dude, I do
Blue's
not
fault,
like this
man.
team. I do
Literally
not like
Blue's
this
fault.
team, bro. I do not like this team.
Why?
There's literally nothing wrong with this team. It's unreal.
Bro,
I
I do
don't
not like the random ass Don Bozo. Celebi, like, bro, just get
Random
Shaman,
ass
bro.
Don
Just get
Bozo?
Shaman, bro.
Dude,
Just get Terra
Celebi is
Shaman.
considerably
You just
better.
get Terra Shaman, bro. Just get Terra Shaman, bro. I'm a
also
Shaman
already
believer.
drafted.
Just get
Celebi has
Terra
all the
Shaman.
same moves.
Dude,
but
Shaman's already
it's
been
cheaper.
drafted.
Just get Shaman, bro. Shaman's aura is
His spots
different.
have-
Shaman's aura is different.
Shaman was drafted by Gear Spots. I didn't have a choice.
got
I'm still
stolen.
gonna, it's now your, no, it doesn't matter, bro. You should have just got Shaman.
Dude,
I don't like
Celebi's
Don
Miracle
Dozo.
is So much better than Shaman.
Yeah.
I don't like Dozo. Mega Pinsir, I mean, like, alright. I know that you just kind of says the Pokemon you want, so I guess, like, okay, I could
No.
acknowledge it. And then, like, double. I know that Bishop is your Terra. What's your other Terra?
Celebi.
Right. So, you talk about Celebi's good, but then you have Bishop, so it's like you bring one or the other, and it's like, okay, that's
know.
your Terra. You can't bring
Yeah.
both. So,
Yeah,
I
but
mean, like,
that's the point.
I know that Valiant
It's like,
Treads.
it's like the
Valiant
which one am I
Treads.
gonna bring? Because they're both good.
Yeah.
Well, then that just means the other one suffers for it. It's like that. It's like the point with Colossal. Like, it's the Terra Leech. Like, the other one just can't have it then.
Yeah, but
And
they're
there's
both,
some
like,
matchups. At least
mid-point
there's some
Pokemon.
matchups. There's some matchups where it's like, I want to bring both because they're both good, and then one of them's gonna severely suck the life out of the other one because you have to Terra it.
Yeah,
But
I
don't know,
I've made that work.
I
before,
really
but-
really don't like this team.
Yeah,
I
I
think
made
there's
that
only
work.
like I think
Neji in finals. Like I bought both. I didn't win, of course, because stupid Terrapagos.
Goat.
But I
mean,
made
like,
the double
I think like the top 3 is good, and then Thundurus is obviously good, and then I just roll my eyes with the rest of the team. But you know, we don't fight each
just
other, so
really
I can
I
talk.
just
I
really
can talk
wanna
as much
try
shit as I
using-
want without getting punished. So
I
I wish
just
I
really
could be
want
the
to
same.
try out using Dondoza. I've been wanting to use it for 6 seasons now, but I've never been able to put it on a team. So I was like, screw it, I'm just putting it on the team. I don't care. I want to use it. Instead with Mega Pincers, like I want to just use this mon, so it's on the team. And it
also,
kind
I
of
mean,
fits.
like, speed gap 100 to 70, as some people are pointing out in chat. Like, I'm not a believer in this team.
Yeah, I believe what
Go
you
get it,
want.
Spoon.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's really good. I like every single Pokemon on this team, honestly.
For once, I wanted to try making a 9-mon team instead of an 8-mon team with the shitter. So
Compared, like, I feel like I have a bit of the opposite opinion, whereas I look at other teams and I, like, am only scared of, like, 6 of their Pokemon. I don't really care about the rest. But this looks like hell to
It's
pick
like
for every
evenly
single one.
distributed.
Because
Like,
yes, you can only bring one of Celebi or Bisharp, probably, because you want to terror them. But in the builder as your opponent, it's so annoying because they're both really good and you don't know which one they're going to bring. So you kind of have to prep for both.
yeah, like every mon on this team brings so much value, potential value,
Mhm.
and I think there's really not much to be exploited. Even seeing the 4 ground weeks on the type chart there, it's just such a pain because Nami could literally bring anything.
Mhm.
that was the point of the team, anyways.
Chat also does not like this team, apparently, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, like, his
know,
League
they
Vote
voted
6.
sixth.
I mean, League Vote
Just-
6 is pretty good.
Dude, all I'm saying is I'm a man of the people. I was the one that held us back from being unjustifiably top 1. Because there's no way you're gonna look at people's team, like the
gotta
mutually
commend
agree,
him
like
for
top
it,
5,
honestly.
like Infinite, Sajim, myself, Wagon, Chef, like Lunar. I thought like a bunch of names, but like there's no way you see collectively a bunch of teams and think this is better than all of those. That's just crazy to me. But
But it is.
You know,
I'm
My-
I'm a man of the people.
It's just
I'm a man of
better.
the people, is all I'm gonna say. I'm a man of the people.
I mean, the League Vote has it at 6. Yours is twice as bad as theirs. I don't know if that's the exact
That's,
same.
I'm amplifying their voices. I'm amplifying their voices. I'm like the microphone for them, bro.
Okay, I see. You're like the,
That's what I am. That's what I am. A
I got
microphone.
you. All right. Well, we can go to the top 3, which is me, Blue, and Chef left. So let's see. Oh, we don't have the Obama medal this time.
No,
Unlucky.
no Obama medal.
Yeah, still Obama medal.
League vote.
The league
apparently
loved
thought
this team.
so. The league.
This
had
team was
me at
actually
first.
hard carried by the league.
Yeah. This probably would have got like 4th or 5th.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
What is Tangela doing here?
Dude, it's
he
a
here for the
3-point
food?
guy, man. He's
feel like
chilling.
Surely there's other 3-point guys you could have gotten.
I don't think Tangle's that bad. You should look at his stats. It's actually not
Look,
bad.
You know-
look. I
You're onto
respect
something,
it.
you're onto
Look, I
something.
respect it. Look. I respect it because I like Tangela. I like Tangela and Tangrowth. They're like, if Shaman didn't exist or Roserade or Leafeon, then they'd be like my favorite grass type. I really like Tangrowth. They're like a top 5 grass type for me. So I respect the Tangela. I respect the Tangela.
You gotta
Yeah,
look at stats. It's actually pretty good. It has
No,
like
your
100
team's
special attack,
nice.
115 defense with the Eviolite. It's kind of good. Regen. I mean, it's probably gonna come to like 1 game, but
Yeah.
that's not the point.
Like, you got Terra Heatler, but when I see Serena,
That's crazy.
I don't respect Serena.
Oh, me neither.
I'm punching
It's
Serena in the
trash.
face.
Oh, it's trash. I don't respect it.
So that's
either.
why you're kind of on the lower end for me.
The only thing I don't like about my team is that it's, in my opinion, it's slow because Raiku's not that good. Yes, I have Pulp.
Yeah,
But then after that, it's pretty slow.
yeah, your base 100 and up are not really packing.
But that's like the only thing
Except
I
for
didn't like
Pulp.
about my team. So I put myself at 6th, mainly just because of the speed problem.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Oh yeah,
I put
also
you there,
Taco
too.
mentioned I only have 1 knockoff user, which I do not like.
Serena.
Unless you count
Who is it?
Tangela. Serena and the
Dude,
Tangela,
Actually,
man.
I only count Tangela. I don't count Serena.
Dude, so like,
Uh,
dude, like, so for me, you know, like the speed thing there, like Lunar said, the instant I see Serena, I lose respect. I gotta like just I gotta dock a point off you, like mentally, for just the premise
So
of needing
sad
to have
that-
just the fact that you ever in a situation need to go Serena, I gotta dock your points. Like, how did you possibly put yourself in this situation, bro? To rely on Serena, bro. But,
this is sad.
Yeah, I just gotta do that as morally as a person. I gotta do that. And I know you're like
They
fucking
have a
uber
really strong
panicking
water
when it comes to
electric
like
type.
remaking your team.
That Serena needs to check. That's why. That
Yeah,
that's the
it'll
only
do a
reason.
great
Like,
job.
it's a Rotom wash, but then you
Yeah,
get
I'm
burned.
sure.
But, you know.
You have Mega Medi. You have Mega Medi, which is basically Mega Galade's like older sister. So I respect it.
Yeah,
So true.
it's okay.
You know,
I
I
got
respect
carried by league vote,
the
just
family.
league vote. I don't know what you.
Yeah,
sort of
you're
mean,
carried by the league vote. None of us ranked you that high, but
They just wanted the
League
commissioner
vote
top.
merchant.
I see how
Bro,
it is.
bro,
Blaze.
okay, so this is the thing.
Blaze.
Neji got enhanced by the league vote. Nami was about to get glazed up by these by the three bastards in the call with me right now. So justice, bro, justice. That's what I'm saying. Justice is a concept. Justice is real.
Let me show you some real
Glaze the
justice.
donut,
Turn the
man.
slide over.
Crazy. All right, well, we have two left. We have Blue,
Blue and
we have Chef. Who is getting number one? Who's getting number two? Blue at number two.
Yeah, we.
Pretty
Hi,
disgusting
guys.
team. There's like nothing wrong with this team. It's really good.
Oh, it's beautiful.
it's great.
Thank you. I think this is the highest I've ever been.
I think
Don't know.
so.
I
I think
think so
before
too,
you
yeah.
highest like third or fourth.
Yeah, like I've been top 5 before, but I don't think I've been top 3. So it feels good to
Because
finally
that
be top.
Neji and Nami exists, so you know you can't really slot in that easily.
I'm just gonna say, I
You're-
hope you don't
you're-
face Spectre, man.
Listen, your biggest supporters are also your biggest haters. Got to keep it real. But you know, Neji, like that is the one thing I don't like about this team is Smasher. I faced him like week 7 or something. Like,
Ruh-roh.
Oh
Good luck,
no.
bro. Good luck.
so
Bye-bye.
all I'm saying is like, but it's also kind of funny because my team also smokes him to a degree. But like his Spectre also smokes me, in which case Spectre is way scarier. But like, you know, we'll see what happens. That was like when I was building, I was like. This is such a cocky thing to say, but I'm like, bro, I'm so fucking tired of having a Spectre check, bro. I'm just gonna dodge it, and then I did dodge it, so, you know.
did not dodge it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I did not
Medicham.
dodge it,
You
so-
are a normal type. Unlucky.
Maybe I should swap Medicham for normal type. I don't know, but you know, it is.
Yeah,
what
I
it
don't
is.
believe, I don't
few
believe in the
weeks.
Medicam.
You have a few
It's literally
weeks
like
now.
it was like 5 points. Like I was just
Yeah,
like,
I
fuck
know.
it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I put you at fifth. Maybe you're like a third in my eyes. I don't see myself using your team, but not because it's bad. It's just me.
That's fine. I'm happy I got to use not Mega, Terra. Oh, I wish Weavile had Mega. Holy shit! But anyways, I'm happy I get to use Terra Weavile. I've been eyeing that John ever since I started draft. Like I was like, bro, one day I'm gonna get Weavile. One day, and every single chance it's passed by me. But now's the day. I wish I could get Mega Galade on this team. But I'm not gonna lie to you. That's like I'm like thinking about
So
it.
greedy. Holy.
Dude, this is the greed they talk about in the Bible, bro. Like I'm like, dude, I want Mega Galade on this team. I don't know how, but I want it. So
Yeah, you try to fill the hole with Medicham, bro. That shit is not gonna fly.
If you had the budget, you could just make Medicham Mega Galade.
I don't know. Maybe like week 4 we could
Is this on
figure
the
out.
board?
Like, it's Mega Galade is still on the board. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could definitely still do it.
Oh no.
I could swap
Okay.
it for my Medicham. It's one of the two, but I think I like Medicham better.
Medicham's nice on. I think it's better on your team.
Midgem is nice. Midgem is nice. But it seems like a lot of people agree that my team is really nice, which is good to hear. I like it.
Except for Taco.
Yeah,
No,
Taco's
okay.
a hater.
7's still fine. But
So
7 for
when
this
is
team
Taco
feels
not
a
hating?
little crazy.
When is Taco not hating on me, bro? Let's be real.
It's true.
We'll keep it 100.
All right,
But he didn't know this was your team though. 'Cause probably
that's true. He
guess
didn't
we
actually
didn't
know. I
explain
deleted all the
Taco.
teams on a separate doc, and he just based it solely on the team.
That's pretty funny.
Which is funny because he ranked Namis, and he wrote next to it, he's like, if this is Namis, give it a 0. And it was. It was.
Dude,
He
that's
rated
so
like
funny.
99 out of 100 or something.
Or
Yeah.
like when he tried to guess whose team it was and he got it like completely wrong.
All
Yeah,
right,
'cause
we have one left. We know who it is.
Mhm.
It's
Chef.
Chef. Wait, we have the wrong name for it.
Oh, I forgot
Oh.
to change it. That was his old team.
On the
name.
number 1 team. It's over. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we
Lunar-
know who
Lunar-
made this team.
Luna,
I
you
changed
gotta
the
explain
picture, I
yourself.
forgot to
Bro.
change
All
the
right,
name.
let me cook.
Okay.
Let me cook.
Me
So-
You gotta
and,
explain yourself.
When if I walk into a party and I see these mons congregated together in the crowd, I'm putting my hand over my cup, bro. Honestly, like I should have. In hindsight, I should have given this team like 6. It did not deserve the 10 I gave it. I looked at it for like maybe 10 seconds while I was learning about colors and shit. So I think like I just can't see myself using this team. But it's a good team. It's just like something about it did not like vibe with me at all.
The
And
aura.
so I gave it a 10.
It has a lot of negative aura. I will agree
Yeah,
with you.
like
Seeing
there's
Meow
a,
Lando, seeing Meow Lando Mew, negative
yeah,
aura.
like it
Negative
got
aura.
green aura, but not like all grass starter. That's
I
all I
like
gotta say.
this
It's a good
team
team.
a lot.
It's a good team. It did not deserve. It did not deserve the 10.
I like it because I think every single Pokemon is good. Even the Morgrem, he's a cool guy.
Even the Morgrem.
Yeah, he's a cool
Morgrem's
guy. He's
that
usable.
shit
Yeah.
loves
I
Morgrem.
love Morgrem. Dude, Morgrem, he's great. He just clicks.
You bought it in
screens.
Ubers.
I did. And it did something.
Dude,
Kind
that's
of.
the thing. People. So said it in chat himself. Like, dude, this team is just evil. I put it number one, but like I feel like I was just forced to put it number one, as my family was
Nah.
gonna get shot dead by this team, dude. Like,
I
Like,
think
these are, like,
Infinite-
members of the
Infinite's team
cartel
is
right
evil
here,
for
dude.
me.
who's evil?
The Gliscor.
That's true.
Oh, we
That's
love
true.
the logo.
The
Glasgow's
logo's
also
fire.
evil. But this one, if that team is just like, I don't know, dude. This feels like I got some cartel members on it. I can't like it, but I also have to vote number one because I'm gonna get shot dead if I don't.
Yeah, look away.
Uh,
I stood up against the evil, but I tried. I really did. I couldn't stop
You're
it though.
Bro, you're gonna get hate crime like tomorrow for this.
Yeah, like Monday. I'm-
Dude,
I'm
like
facing
Lando's
Jeff on
gonna pull
Monday,
up.
bro.
Lando's gonna
It's
pull up. He's like, I
he's
heard
gonna
what you
kick my
said.
ass, bro. But I said what I said.
Get more scary Pokemon. That's what I need to complain about.
Yeah, needs more culture. That's my critique. That's it.
I don't know. I could definitely see Chef being a Miltank.
Mm.
There's no
What do you
Tinkerton.
mean
Oh,
by
that
that?
or Beshix, you know.
It's
Like,
missing the chef signatures.
It's missing the chef signatures, but I just imagine Chef as Miltank in this team. Because it's another pink guy, so
true.
I guess Chef could also be Mew.
Also true.
Or he's
I
Morgrem.
think
Oh, he's
Bam.
Morgan.
I think
Yeah.
Chef is a Mew.
No, he's Morgrem.
I don't think Chef is a Miltank because I don't want to imagine the image of like you get Chef mad in a VC and he's gonna start aiming his udders at you like that one
Turns
like
on
that
his
one
camera, starts milking.
yeah, like that one back at the barnyard. It's like that one back at the barnyard clip. It's like 1 and 2 and no, don't do it.
Sick.
Like, holy moly, dude.
All right, there we go. Here is the final tier list or ranking order.
Mhm.
Ta-da! Me and Amy top
Yay.
4. GG
Congratulations.
mods.
Mhm. Yeah.
Blue is also.
Luna, what
among
you
them.
doing? Not.
You know
we
what?
should've had
We-
all mod top 4. What do we got? What do we do, guys? What are we doing?
You know, this is justice for
We didn't
me for
finish
you guys
these.
being top. This is justice for you guys being top 3 mod and then me being at the bottom for like the draft. So this is justice. Justice
I
is
didn't
a
know
real
to put
concept.
best
Remember?
friends.
Yeah, I got 7 for 8.
Guys, we
you know.
didn't finish.
I didn't finish. I didn't tell you guys to put
We
your
didn't hand
favorite.
in our
Best
homework.
defense. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think
that's
my
why I was
heart-
like, I don't know what to put.
You
They
know,
all
best
get
get
an
defense-
award.
You all get a
Me.
cookie. Woo!
Infinite.
I think-
probably.
Infinite,
think
best-
Infinite is
look-
nice.
Bro, wait, well, I submitted my favorite team.
Well,
Oh wait,
like,
you guys just didn't fill it in, is what you said.
I
Okay,
didn't fill
never
it
mind.
in because we were talking in Spear.
Oh, right, bro.
My favorite
But-
team
best-
Who
is
is
Chef's team. Ta-da!
Makes sense.
My favorite team was Wagon's team because I like Kirim. I'm a Kirim supporter. I wish I went Kirim, but I also like my team.
My favorite
best
team
defense
is
probably-
Infinite.
Yeah, and then yeah, Nami has Sajin.
Yeah.
Best defense is probably. I feel like best defense probably like the 16th team, which is really funny. Because like you know
Also
everyone in
wild.
there is just fat, but like they're also just not synergized together. But like still technically defensive. I feel like.
Yeah,
that's-
I guess so.
Yeah, because like Ryu Nicholas, Togekiss, Skeledirge, Ferrothorn, like. But that's at least what I think.
And
People's
there-
Choice,
there we
Chicago
have it.
Chandelures. Damn. There we have it. Thank you for the stream, everybody.
Mhm.
Thank you, everybody. That was long.
Yeah, what a grind.
Thank you to people who stuck around, and there actually were a lot of you who stuck around most of the time,
Yeah.
Go.
or people
Go.
who came in to know. It was fun, and yeah, good luck
We're
this
looking
season.
forward to the season.
Gaming.
I'm ready to watch Spear Div.
Oh, me too.
Dude, Spear Div is
I'm so
so
invested in
funny,
Spear Div.
dude.
Spirit
I
is
love
live.
Spear Div
I
already.
love
We got
Spirit
frame
Bros.
1 not knowing how to use Mega Gallade into the fucking into the mana fee set that was so heat into just the complete aura Sylveon into grass and blue teams or to I mean red and I mean, blue and green teams like there's just so much aura in Sphere Div, dude.
Mhm.
I love it.
I want to
love
be
it.
in Spear Div. It seems like so much fun.
Me too.
Me too. I want to draft
I
like
hate Silver Div.
full length round 1 or something.
I'm
Mhm.
relegating GG.
Yeah, we actually
on my
have
way.
to try hard and Spear Div.
Yeah, get ready to see Rayquaza, buddy.
Dude, I hate being in Silver Div because if I shit talk a Pokemon, people can start proving me wrong.
Yeah, bro. What do you think they're gonna do to me?
Dude,
my
if I
takes
was in
are so
Spirit Div, if I
irrational.
was in Spirit Div, if I was in Spirit Div, I could have the most ignorant take about a Pokemon and nobody can call me on it because I don't know what I'm talking about either. But Silver Div, they're like, nah, Blue, that's Blue, you're stupid. Like, come on, like, dude, give me the privilege of being in Spirit Div. Let me shit talk without knowing what I'm actually saying.
Yeah, I
Please.
feel like Skip Bayless doing the power rankings, bro. Just hating on LeBron. They're all really good teams.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Good luck
Goodbye.
this season, and goodbye.
Bye bye.